Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year. Welcome to our 2022 New Year's live stream with Anna and Joe. My better half will join me in just a moment here. So the title today, it's a loaded gun, and I apologize if you alpha males have been offended. I emailed everybody, and I see a lot of offended guys, or some anyway. Why you cannot find a wife is the title of today's live stream, which does rub an alpha the wrong way. I get that. But being an alpha and being a man, I know you can handle it. If you really want something in your life, I think we all understand we have to be open about it, right? Be open about what to change to get what we want in life. I mean, I could just as easily entitle this live stream, "Why do you not have the money you want in your life right now? Why do you not have the job or the career that you want in your life right now?" Right? Basically, why do you not have the life that you want right now? Not this year, not last year, not the year before. And so if you want it and you haven't got it, I think you would agree. You got to change something. Something's got to give if something's going to change in your future, right? And after all, this is New Year's Eve. It's all about making a resolution or resolutions and changing and getting more out of life in next year, 2023, right? So let me ask you, have you ever wondered the real reason why the poor get poorer and the rich get richer? Of course you have. And it's not what you're thinking. I promise you, it's not what you're thinking right now. Because there's a lot of conspiracy stuff out there. And of course, that has a level of truth to it, but we're going to go deeper. We're going to go deeper in an empowered way, not a victim mindset way, but an empowered way. We're going to go deeper. So hang in with me there. I promise you, this is going to be the best live stream of 2022. Tall order. I hope you agree with me at the end of this thing. The $64 question, however, is not why we are the way we are and why we don't have what we want. The empowered question is how can we get the wife and the life we really want in 2023, right? That's where we're going in this live stream. That is the purpose of today's live stream. So I promise your eyes are going to be wide open. You're going to have some epiphanies. I have had epiphanies just preparing this fucking thing for you guys. I'm excited. I'm jacked. I mean, it's already changed our life. Our children have had epiphanies. Our children's life is changing as a result already. It's like this is super nitro kung fu shit we're going to get into today. Okay. So seeking the answers, they're not going to come from me. Who am I? What authority do I have? I'm like you. I'm on the journey. But the answers, our epiphanies, our wisdom is coming from experts in the fields of neuroscience, anti-aging, quantum physics. These guys with a lot of PhDs and letters behind their name, and that's not so important to me. What's behind their name is real results in their life. That's who I follow. That's who I take advice from. Because I always remember Warren Buffett's one of his, I think, wisest quotes in life is that Wall Street is the only street that people ride to in the subway to give advice to those who ride in the Rolls Royce, which means be careful who you're taking advice from, right? Like financial planners. Okay, don't get me going. Don't take financial advice from broke people, which is financial planners. Show me a rich financial planner. So anyway, suffice it to say, we're going to get really great advice today by the experts. So without further ado, I'll introduce you to Mr. Bruce Lipton. He's the founder of the Heart Math Institute. He's got a ton of books. He's a neuroscientist, I believe. Well, don't quote me on that, but he is a smart dude, and I think you would agree with me. So
5% of our life is coming from the programs of life, how to live life that we get in the first 7 years of life. That's why poor people stay poor and rich people stay rich. The movie The Matrix is not science fiction. It's a documentary. Every human, and this is a fact, every human first 7 years is download a hypnosis. The brain of a child under 7 is in a lower vibrational frequency. When you put wires on a person's head, you read electroencephalograph, reading brain activity. A child below 7 has a lower vibration than consciousness. It's called theta. Theta is imagination. Oh, that's how kids play a tea party with mud pies, but to them it's a real thing. A kid rides a broom, it's a horse. That's theta, imagination. Theta is also hypnosis. And the idea is this: before you can become conscious, if you don't have any programs, what are you going to be conscious of? So nature makes the first 7 years. What kind of programs are required to live on this planet? I say, how do you get them? Theta is hypnosis. You just watch. You watch your parents, you watch your siblings, and your community. And basically said, you come from a poor family and you could struggle your whole life and try to get rich, but you're not going to make it. And if you come from a rich family, you could be stupid your whole life and make it. Not because it was thinking, but it was unconscious behavior that was downloaded from rich families into kids, which is unconscious. So they're making the right moves unconsciously. Poor people have beliefs from the family. Oh, you can't make it, life's a struggle, things are hard, who do you think you are? And if that's the program you get, then 95% of the day you will sabotage yourself. And that's why poor people stay poor and rich people stay rich, because the programming. 95% of our life, this is a fact, comes from those programs in the subconscious. Every day, only about 5% of the life are you using conscious, which is creative. 5%.
So your life is being lived, even though you think you're living your life.
Exactly, and you don't see it because it's called subconscious, below conscious. And the Jesuits, for 400 years, they were boasting. People didn't understand. They say, give me a child until it's 7 and I will show you the man. They've been saying that for 400 years because they knew 7 years was the program period. And 95% of your life after that will be whatever that program is.
Okay, guys, let me remove this. So what do you think? That's some powerful shit, eh? We're walking around, we're living life 95% on fucking autopilot. Aware of what we're doing, but still, basically, we're not the captain of our own ship, captain of our own destiny. Our subconscious mind is, holy, what a mind warp that is. Now, a lot of you guys, I'm sure you realize that. I've known that for years. The question is, the $64 question is how to change. Okay, I love this analysis of the subconscious and conscious mind as the elephant and the rider. So the elephant, the big ass elephant, it's our subconscious mind. And the rider, the man on top of the elephant, it's our conscious mind. It's our amygdala. And so imagine an elephant tromping through the jungle with the little rider, the little man on top, and the man says, hey, elephant, let's go this way. Well, what if the elephant, he wants to go this way? Which way do you guys think you're going? And that's how we run our life. Yeah, the elephant, we're just the man on top, out of control. We can't steer that elephant where we want. We go wherever the fucking elephant wants to go, wherever our parents have programmed us to go, because it's largely our parents. And that's the real cool epiphany I've had, if I can just share personally in preparing this thing, is that just now, my little daughter, who's already 5, just now she speaks English to the level that we can go there. I can help with her programming. So we're programming. Let me just share this. Well, let me invite my beautiful wife, Anne. Hello, darling. No sound, lovey. No sound.
Hello, guys. Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year, guys. Honey, wasn't that so cool? Do you want to share or should I? About what happened with Arena and Money. Was it Arena? It was the leasing guy. Both of them, kind of. What happened yesterday? Okay, so Arena has wanted, our 10-year-old, she has wanted to go to this camp, okay? And it's a little on the pricey side. So camp for the holidays, because we're in Mexico in like a 3-week or so Christmas holidays. They get a really long holidays. And So we have taught her, we're in process of teaching her, empowering her how to create, how to be a manifester of money. And so I said to her, let's manifest that the money shows up for this, right? And literally, I shit you not, to the minute, she said, money comes easily. I'm going to have the money to go to this camp. Okay, something like this, we said. And literally, that minute, the money arrived. That minute. And guys, my life is chock full of so many examples of this happening. Hey, babe, how about you? Does this happen in your life?
Yes, and actually it happened in arena life before, but I think you need every time put attention, to see that connection, because she create many things actually in her life like that, just purposely putting intention out there. But you need to every time show this connection, so this belief become more, more powerful.
Exactly. And guys, please understand that Anna and I have not arrived at some ultimate destination in life, that we're some expert in this space to be your teachers. We're a student. We're learning with you. We're all students on this planet. And I would encourage everybody always to remain open. It's the number 2 success trait, is to remain open. The number 1, I'll reveal in a little bit. But, we're all on this journey to learn this life, how to get ahead, how to be happy, how to reprogram our subconscious stinking thinking, as Norman Vincent Peale called it, right? So please don't think that we're like sitting on this high and mighty chair preaching to you. No. We're just sharing some of our experiences, some information that I've dug a lot of digging to bring to you, who are really world-class experts in this space, okay, that have done it, that have lived what they preach. That's super, super important, right? So please be active in chat. Share your experiences. If you have a cool story, honey, can you post the StreamYard link? We don't often do that. We do that on our other channel, but if you can, post the StreamYard link in chat. And then, guys, you're welcome to join us. If somebody wants to chime in, if you have a story to tell or something positive to glean, to share with other people, please do. You know what? I'll allow Anna to dig around to find that link, and please, darling, post it in comments. Now, I just want to share the first video so you guys understand. Maybe some of you that are watching this video don't know me, don't know my history, but I always think the people that have been through shit, really, those are the ones that I look to for advice, to teach me, right? That have conquered, that have been through tough times and have risen above. Those are the guys I like to learn from, that I take on as my mentors. One of them, recently, I paid, I don't even want to share, one hell of a sum of money to be my mentor in another space. And some people, like my family, think I'm absolutely out of my mind to pay this sum of money to learn from this guy. But he has been to the top and homeless, wanted to commit suicide. And now he's back to being a deca millionaire. So now he's my mentor in creating real estate wealth. But he's not my mentor in how to form a great marriage, have a great marriage, because he's not an expert in that space. Let's just suffice to say. So without further ado, I just want to share you, it'll take 1 minute, 20 seconds, so you know more a little bit about me, my journey, where I have come from. Okay, and then we'll be right back with you.
Do you find yourself over 50 and regretting chasing material riches at the expense of family? Do you believe it's never too late, or have you given up? Maybe Joe's story will inspire you and give you hope. After having it all, millionaire lifestyle, all the toys men dream of, Joe still felt unfulfilled. Joe prayed for God to shake it up, to light the path for his purpose. Well, be careful what you pray for, right? Well, bankruptcy and divorce certainly wasn't Joe's plan. In hindsight, it was God's. Joe found himself 50, divorced, bankrupt, and homeless. Little did he know his best years lay ahead. Well, fast forward 5 years, Joe is happily married to his beautiful soulmate Anna, lives the traveling nomad capitalist lifestyle, and his lifelong dream of being a dad has come true. Twice, with 2 darling daughters, and another on the way. Did you know exhaustive research has proven that regret is what we feel most on our deathbed? Well, if you find Joe's story hits a nerve for you now, Joe asks you to trust him just enough to hear his inspiring true life story. Joe promises to light the path for you to find your soulmate and start your family, even if you're over 50.
Hey guys, so I just want to share quickly. Do you think it was easy for me to go from, living the life of Riley? Really, it was. But I wasn't happy. In hindsight, I wasn't truly happy. But to go from having all the stuff, all the material possessions, vacations whenever I wanted to, you name it, right? To go from that to, bankrupt, broke, divorced, and ultimately sleeping on someone else's couch at age 50. So I'm just saying, shit, that was one of the hardest experiences of my life. And it took me some time to bounce back from that. It wasn't 1 year, it was multiple years. One could say I'm still bouncing back in the financial world anyway. In other areas, I've arrived at heaven. So I'm just saying, guys, if you want to know how to find a sincere, incredible traditional values wife, I can help you. I've been successful in that realm. That was my life's journey, my life's passion at age 50. Thing is, I went at it when I was broke, absolutely, pretty much destitute. I had enough money to get my ass to Ukraine and eat lots of borscht and go on shishliks. But doesn't make dating easier when you're dating a lady and, you're broke, you're homeless, you have no home, no real estate, no nothing, no assets, nothing. So I'm just saying I can help you coming from already having overcome that. Now, I just want to address a couple of comments already. Again, all you need to do is type that link into your browser and boom, you will be in our studio and we'll invite you on and you can share your story with us if you've got something burning to share. So I don't have a problem manifesting money, just keeping it. Now listen, at least 50% of jokes are actually serious, right? I mean, that's the thing about humor. It's kind of 50-50 usually. So I know, Cougs Johnson, you mean that. And you know what? You're not alone. Do you know Harvard Business did a study a long time ago, and they found that 95% of people, I believe it's 95%, don't quote me on it, it's the majority of people that lose their money, they lost it for a particular reason, the same particular reason. They did something new. They did something new that they weren't an expert in. So basically, they made all of their money creating a certain widget. And then basically, they went and invested it in something else, and they lost it. So why am I throwing that in? Johnson, we're going to get into, if this is your situation, that you don't have a problem manifesting money, but you can't keep it, guess what? We're going to get into that exact situation. That is back here. It's back here. And I'm going to prove it to you. I'm absolutely going to prove it to you in this live stream. So hang tight, okay? And I have personal experience in this exact same thing. It's one of my things. So I speak also from personal experience. Because remember, I made it, but guess what? I lost it, right? I lost it. So you and I have a lot in common. And then there's somebody else here that commented. I just wanted to say, yeah, devil's advocate. Sorry, Joe, I don't hold stock in this. It's not my experience. devil's advocate, I ask you a question now. Do you know what Albert Einstein said is the definition of insanity, right? Doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. So if you want a new result in your life, would you agree that you've got to do something different? You've got to do something different. So I just encourage you to remain open. Listen to what I have to say. It's not even what I have to say. Listen to what the experts have to say that I'm bringing to you, because there's a lot of expert advice, a lot of video material I have to play for you in this live stream, and you will hear it from them. And then if you can take that information in, at least take it in and then decide, but don't block information. That is not a quality of successful people. Successful people don't block information. They don't do this. They listen, they take it in. Sure, they make their own decision afterwards, but they take in the information. So that's all I can say. If you happen to be in line with devil's advocate, because I know a lot of you guys and some of my clients don't believe this, believe it's fairy dust. But listen, I'm a left brain guy. I'm an engineer. I'm a logical thinker. And on that note, guys, if you haven't already taken the survey, how many of you guys, 22 of you have already taken the survey. Live, we are having a poll right now. And the question is, do you think you make decisions based more on logic or emotions? So far, 68% of you have said, guess what? Logic. 68%. 23% said emotions, and 9% said, I don't know. Guess what? This almost exactly aligns with the survey that I've done under our community tab on this channel. I've done this, asked the same survey or taken the same poll, I think a day and a half ago, and the results are almost smack on. You can go look for yourself. This question is huge, guys, that I survey you now, because I promise you, you're going to be shocked. You're going to absolutely be floored. I was, because I'm a left brain engineer. So I make decisions based on my logic, my intellect, my decision making prowess. Yeah, that's what I believed for a long time. So hang tight. You're going to be shocked. And this is very powerful stuff, because if we don't understand what makes us tick, how can we change? We can't. If we don't understand, understanding is first and foremost. It's number one. Okay, without further ado, if there's any, let me just run through chat a little bit. Eric, thanks for your input. Okay, I think this is the guy I talked to last night. He's looking for a wife. He's an Indo-Canadian. So, well, we can try to help you out. All you have to do is go to, can you put up the link, babe? Just go register with us, and you can do a free complimentary matchmaking consultation, and we will tell you straight up if we think we can help you. And usually it's the case. It's only if the guy is not somewhat reasonable and realistic in his expectations that we can't help him. But the good news is, yeah, right there. Just register right there, and it's free. Usually we can help most guys. Not maybe 5% of guys we turn away, maybe only about 5%. The rest we can help. Okay, so let's see. He took the red pill. No worries, still be open. That's devil's advocate. If you believe in luck, you will not make a big achievement in your life. If you want something big. Luck. You want to know my definition of luck? Because I got to tell you, I've been really crazy lucky. You think I'm Irish. Yeah, I am Irish. At least 50%. But I've been crazy lucky in my life. But guess what? I've also been crazy unlucky in my life. I mean, no, I mean, I've had some big fortunes of unluck, right? Going bankrupt, that wasn't lucky. But luck, here's what luck really is. The definition of luck. It's for everybody. Okay. Why do people get lucky? It's when preparedness meets opportunity. So it's preparedness plus opportunity. So get prepared for opportunity, because lucky people are able to seize that opportunity quickly because they're prepared. Understand? It's crazy important. So, honey, can you put that other question back up? There was a comment. Joe, I failed 25 years ago and was bankrupt. Great. That's awesome, Tom. I take my hat off to you. That's great. So I will break it out right now. The number one quality of success, what is it? It's what Tom has. I know Tom has it because of his results. It's resiliency. And this is a Harvard study as well, Harvard Business School study as well. Resilience. And there's books on it, right? Resilience is the number one quality that successful people have. Look at Trump. He was bankrupt, I think it's 7 times. Obviously, he didn't give up. Very resilient. Bouncing back because life throws us curveballs. Okay, babe, thanks. You can remove that comment. So let's jump into this, okay? Let's jump into it. But first, I have a warning. And the warning, it's like this. I want to talk man to man to you guys. But I'm going to ask, I'm going to do it later in the video. And I'm going to ask that when I request ladies to leave the video or the stream, please leave. Please respect our man's space because this is not a topic for women. Okay. It's men only. It's the boys, the old boys club. Okay. But I've wanted to say this. I've wanted to give this man-to-man advice for 5 years. And I haven't had the balls to do it. Telling you straight up. It's going to rub a lot of you guys the wrong way, but you know what? It's the God's honest truth. Okay. I was in the same shoes, the same situation, so I can speak to it from personal experience. Okay. And if you guys do this, you're never going to get what you want. If you say it's a good wife, that is, I'm talking about why, back to the title, why have you, let's call a spade, failed so far at finding the wife you want? You're a failure. No? Well, guess what? I see some of my clients that fail doing this. And I have the man-to-man conversation with them. Not always, because it requires a certain je ne sais quoi. It requires a certain private space. And it requires a lot of nerve for me to confront this elephant in the room, which they don't want to hear about. Men don't say this to other men, but I'm going to say it in this live stream because you guys want to be successful, right? You want to attract a wife like I have. I know you guys, it's probably our biggest request at Match Guarantee. I should bring her in now. And so she's going to blush. What is it, honey? Our biggest request? Oh, no audio. So I will say, our biggest request is, can you clone your wife for me? Hey, babe?
No. If I have sister.
Okay. And then
but I have brother.
Number 2, yeah. Do you have any twin sisters? So I know you guys want a wife like I have. And there's a reason I found my Anya, my soulmate, my angel. And there's a reason I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life. Do I have problems? Yes, I do. Do we have problems? Yes, we do. We have challenges. I like to call them challenges, not problems, because we grow. When we move through our challenges, we grow as a human being, as a father, as a husband. We've had marital issues. Yeah, and we're not perfect. But guess what? We move through them. We grow. I grow. I always want to be a better man, number one. I want to be a better husband to my wife. I want to be a better father to my children. Yeah. And that's, God is my witness. And so I'm always thinking how, and what can I do? And I'm always working on that. So anyway, without further ado, babe, I'm just going to play another video. Okay. And, I'll invite you back on in a bit. So, guys, I just want to give you that warning that I will have a man-to-man convo with you coming up. Okay, let's reflect back on the subject of today's live stream, right? Why you cannot find a wife. Sorry to call a spade, right? But you're watching this because you want to find a wife, a good wife, right? The better question really is, what do, I love the word do, what do you need to change or do differently to get the wife you want? That's where we're going now, okay? So with that said, if you are serious about finding your traditional Ukrainian wife in 2023, I mean really serious, guys, no fucking around. A lot of you guys, believe me, you guys know I'm out of Match Guarantee, right? I'm on to real estate, so I'm going to really come down hard on you in this one. Stop fucking around. Either you're serious or just check out. Don't make it a goal. But if you're serious about finding a wife in 2023, come on. Pull up your socks. Do something different. Yeah? If it has not worked in the past, guess what? It's not going to work in the future. Do you know the number one predictor? And I'm coming on hard because I know you can take it. I know you want this. And so it's love talk or whatever. What's the word? Do you know the number one predictor of your future? Please write in chat if you want to guess. What is the number one predictor, other than a crystal ball, which I don't believe in, of course? The number one predictor of your future, of 2023. How is 2023 going to turn out? Okay. How's it going to turn out for you, Tom, you, Juan, you, Stephen, you, Devil's Advocate, you, Billy Boy, please pay attention. Tristan, welcome. What's the number one predictor of your 2023, Tristan? This guy is a smart individual. He's a surgeon. Yeah, a cosmetic surgeon. Been very crazy successful in his life. But there's a reason he's watching this live stream, because of the title. Why has Tristan not right now have the wife he wants? Well, the number one predictor of your 2023, Tristan, is what? Please write in comments. And what's the number one predictor of your 2023? How's it going to play out for you? Jack, how's it going to play out for you? Who else is on? Bagwell, how's it going to play out for you? I'm serious about this, guys. How is it going to play out for you, Mr. Johnson? It's going to play out. Nobody's either I've already pissed everybody off beyond belief or what, but nobody's commenting. Well, it's the same for all of us. It's the same for me. And I don't like to admit it, but yourself, well, indirectly, you're right, Tom. Yeah, indirectly, you're right. It's your rear view mirror. Yeah. Because guess what? We all, when we drive our car, we look through the windshield 98% of the time, right? And in the rear view mirror, maybe 2% of the time. But why we don't do that in life? In life, we driving, looking in the rear view mirror. You're not even cognizant that you're doing this, but you're looking at your past. Your past, it fucking haunts you. It haunts you. Your fear, you're afraid because of your past. And I'm going to bring on a brilliant man that has conquered his fear to talk about fear, not me. Although, yeah, I've conquered a lot of my fear to get the result I've gotten in my life. I haven't arrived. Again, guys, I haven't arrived at destination perfection, and I never will. It's life. So the number one predictor of our future, yeah, is our past. It's our rear view mirror, because we're creatures of habit. Yeah, we're habitual, all of us. And it's not easy to change your habitual behaviors. It's not easy at all. But guess what? You've got to, if you want a different result. So, with that said, if you want a traditional wife in 2023 and you're serious about it, okay, you're going to kick yourself in the ass if you don't watch this live stream to the very fucking end, okay, you're going to kick yourself. Because one lucky guy in this live stream is going to practically get success handed on a silver fucking platter. That's my promise to you. And it's going to be cheap like borscht. Free? Nothing free in life. Death, taxes, and salvation, baby. That's all that's free. No, you're going to have to work for it, but it's going to be handed on a silver platter. Okay. So watch this live stream to the very end if you want to be that lucky guy. Also, at this time, I just want to put up that, what it is. New Year's Blitz. New Year's Blitz. There it is right there. So watch it to the end. And you could actually do it right now. You could text me, just like the thing says. And at this point, I want to also make you guys aware that the auction is still live. It has not ended. So I'm just going to play this auction video. It's like 20 seconds and I'll be right back.
Welcome to today's no reserve auction. Some lucky bachelor is about to win our lifetime matchmaking partnership that past clients have paid 10 grand for, but now you can practically steal it from us for pennies on the dollar. So here's what the high bidder is going to win. Unlimited dating for life, so you can meet as many of our beautiful ladies as it takes until you meet the one. Your own personal matchmaker to help you find the best lady for you. Unlimited success coaching with our superstar coaches. And remember, we're with you for life until you walk down the aisle with your beautiful Ukrainian wife.
Hey guys, this is pretty cool. Okay, let me share how to bid. So if you want to bid now, because we're so close to the bidding close, okay, it's be by text message. So you got to text us. There you go, right there. We're live. So we're live right now. Text me your bid. The high bid is $2,750 for our $10,000 lifetime guarantee package. What is that? You guys know, right? It's unlimited dating, unlimited coaching, full team support, private matchmaker till you walk down the aisle, right? As long as that takes you. Year 1, 2, 3, year 27. No, the truth is about our guarantee. Usually guarantees in life are bullshit, right? And when you go to the future shop and you buy a new TV, you buy a computer, you buy a toaster. Yeah, they always upsell you the guarantee and it's bullshit, right? Guess what? The match guarantee, it's bullshit. I'm out of match guarantees, so what do I give a fuck? It's bullshit. You know why it's bullshit? And I mentioned briefly that Anna and I had one of the biggest fights we've ever had recently on Christmas. Actually, it was a real curveball on Christmas, you know. And I think Anna's just cringing in the studio now that I'm telling this story. But you know what was over you? Was over you guys. And I was sticking up for you guys, and Anna was saying, no fucking way. It's my company now. I'm the CEO. You're out. So what are you talking about? Yeah, I did a total recall. I'll just share this with you. I'm off topic here, but I did this thing here. Yeah. Yeah, I did this here twice, right? Let me just play part of it.
Hey guys, it's Joe Ricards here, founder at Match Guaranty, and this is our public press release video. I'm calling it Match Guaranty Total Recall. Basically, what is that? If you're a past client of Match Guaranty since we took over from the old agency, Olga Dating, and became Match Guaranty on January 1st, 2017. And if you're not already hitched, okay, come on back and get hitched on us right until the end of the year. So if you want in, just
yeah, guys. So that was the first one. I've done it twice. The first one was for 3 months, I think, and then the second one was half of this year, half of 2022. If you were a past client of Match Guaranty and didn't have the lifetime guarantee, right, you could come back on me for free. Unlimited dating, unlimited coaching, private matchmaker, $10,000 package for fucking free. How cool is that? Who does that in business? That's a crazy ass, stupid business decision, don't you think? And I wanted to do it again because, as I shared with you guys many times on live streams, when I started my baby, Match Guarantee, in late 2017, I had only one goal. I didn't have a financial goal. I didn't know what I was going to make. Remember, I was bankrupt. So anything fed me, it kept the roof over my head. So yeah, my goal was just one, to have the highest marriage success rate in the world. And really a secondary goal was to have the highest rating, like as a marriage agency in the world. That was my corporate goal. I arrived a long time ago. Please tell me another marriage agency in the world that has a better reputation than Match Guarantee. There's none. You can search far and wide. Zero, nada, none. So I'm very proud of that, of course. And of course, I want that to come up. So that was my hidden agenda, to invite you guys back for free, because not everybody got our lifetime, like I said. And when I rolled out the lifetime, I did it very carefully. I offered lifetime guarantees to select guys because I didn't want to bankrupt the company with liabilities right out of the gate. I mean, I'm not exactly an idiot, I hope. So I rolled it out slowly. So there's a lot of clients, I don't know the number off the top of my head, but there's a lot of our clients over the 6 years that didn't have a lifetime guarantee. So I invited them all back. I did the total recall video. Then I emailed them, and then we started calling them and personally inviting them back. So why am I sharing this story with you? Guess how many took us up on this crazy opportunity to come back for free? Take a wild guess, please, in comments, guys. Please guess. I'm going to go into comments now, and please look for your comments. Any comments, Anna, that is worth putting up? Okay, Mike, it's 3:40. Yikes. Well, thanks for joining us. You can catch the replay, but you're going to miss out. You're going to miss out, Mikey. You might want to wait up. Just saying. Here we got 5%. 37. There's a guy that wasn't there, but this is cheating, Jack. You cheated because you were live. That video was taken down, but you were live when I told you the first time. But only like 100 people watched that video, so I pulled it down. But Mike, I don't think Mike was on. Mike was not with me. So I'll give it to Mike for guessing absolutely right. Why? Can you guys explain to me why only 5%? That means 95% of guys, what? They gave up? Don't want it? Threw in the towel, gave up on my happiness. Gave up on, I asked the question in the intake form when you guys, about 1,500 of you guys have registered with us over the years, about 15,000. I mean, I was a little bit insomniatic last night again. About 15,000 of you guys have registered with us over the years. And I ask you guys how, one of the onboarding questions is, on a scale from 1 to 10, how important is the goal to you in your life to find, your wife and get married? And the average is 8. 8.0 is the average. So 95% of you guys, my clients gave up, not 95%, 95% of you guys that were not married, that were unsuccessful, gave up. Anna, no audio.
No, I have audio.
Okay.
It's less than 5%. It's actually less. If you will we talk about all past clients of Match Guarantee, because we call all, this is actually 1%. And
1%?
Yes. It was very optimistic about.
So listen, I'm going to give the floor to Anna, and I'm actually going to bow out of the studio because this is the lady that should answer the question: why did she refuse to do another total recall that led us to probably our worst fight yet, certainly our worst business fight yet. So
It
I'm
was
gonna
not a fight. We have fight about different reason. I don't remember what. I already don't remember. But yeah.
Anista,
Mm.
Angelusta.
No, I just ask you not to make me
I'm
nervous.
gonna shut up now. I'm gonna say bye-bye. Explain to people why you're not having any more total recalls. So too bad, so sad. If you're a past match guarantee client and you have not married and you don't have a lifetime guarantee, we're leaving you behind. You explain why.
Okay, yeah, as I said, this is 1% of guy who return, and I must admit that it worked for all people. Doesn't matter if it's our past client, it's you, me. Things that we get for free, we not appreciate it, and we don't take it serious. And most of those guys, even this 1%, only 2 of them actually started relationship. Give it a try, one relationship. And all the others, it just was like, I don't know, they just choose ladies. And of course we was analyzing what happened, why they was not successful, and we trying to come up with an idea what we need to change to improve, having this coaching, and some of them just don't take any actions moving forward, even if they apply. And some of them was completely not realistic, like times goal, they become even older, but their request even becoming more harder to deliver. And some of them just choose ladies, that I don't know, maybe I can be more specific, like big age gap. And then, for example, men have 2 children and he choose ladies without kids. This is very hard to match. A lady who doesn't have children, she's afraid to be, to date man, to start a relationship who has children, because she understands this is additional responsibility. And if she doesn't have children, she don't know, how all of this will be, And so our recommendation was to choose lady who has children, then it will be easier for, but, didn't want. And also big age gap. So like immediately give up. And I see people, all of us, this is fair to everyone. When you get something for free, this is in the best case scenario, you can do part of it or something. Normally just, waste it. We just don't value this, and this is so, I want to increase also our marriage success rate, but I just don't like the model, what we offer, because this is never work. When you always confirm serious of your intention. And that's why I really like our model, because I know for sure that guys who, I know ladies who was a translator in this international introduction for couples, where men invest $100 in having, Skype call with a lady. This is level of his interest, of his commitment, of his serious about this relationship, and it's never work. And I know this, those ladies who've done this work, they're very frustrated. They don't believe that, the responsibility to create actually international couple, marriage, because this is we always, with the money, with the energy that we put, because money is also energy, we confirm seriousness of our intentions, and it's fair for anything, doesn't matter. You pay for, you buy your, clothes, or you buy personal development course, if you get it for free, will be always just on shelter. But if you will pay big money, you will most likely do it, because you will feel, okay, I commit. This is my level of commitment to process. So of course, this is not our, intention here to have just our ladies come to us to find husband, and we want to make sure that we introduce them to guys who have on many levels, not only commitment, but intention and ready, to act to achieve this result. So, yeah, and this is key. This is key. And to be honest, our matchmaker said that, and it's, to be honest, she said, if you would join our agency, we wouldn't be able to help you. And you know why? Because I have 2 children. She said, we didn't have one lady who had 2 children and successfully got married with us. And Joe, with his request, probably also very difficult client, that was hard to, help through agency. But here we are, met on our own. And of course, every time when it's come to men's choice, he would always prefer a lady without children or maybe 1 children, okay? And at a maximum. And I know that, some guys there, it's, when we just talk to clients, this is one situation. How they behave in relationship, this is very different. We have one time client who was threatening woman, can we predict this behavior? And we refuse, services to him. We always shaking in the office, afraid what he, might do something to us. And, these things, people sometimes, or guys who is not coachable. I will give you a specific example. Like men invite women from, it's before war, he come to Kiev, and she on a train coming to him from another city, 5 hours, and she come on a date, and he invite her in a restaurant and say, listen, it's very expensive here, so we can order only coffee. She come on the date, she spent all this road, coming to him, and she's hungry, of course. And if this kind of treatment she experienced from the beginning, what she can expect, in future from men, if that's how he behaved on the first date. So there is some guys they are not, and the problem that men don't see problem in this, and how to help these guys. So our matchmaker honestly say, if there is good guy with a healthy mindset, understanding, knowing who's Ukrainian woman, how to behave with her, he's like a hot pie, He's girls sometimes even fight for him, That's the experience too. But sometimes or guy have super difficult requests, like, I don't know, like Joe can have also. His request was difficult, or but sometimes because of, I don't know, you just don't know basic things, how to build relationship with a lady, like behaving like that. I can give you more examples that that sounds very, very strange. And of course there was no even hope, guys who behave like this, who say coffee only, yeah. He didn't establish any relationship. He went on several dates, but because of, having again experience similar to this, not being coachable, he just leave with no result. And doesn't matter how many introductions we will do, if he will not change his basic, behavior, being nice to women, and don't see, in that fact that it's nice to, start a relationship from romantic dinner, just being, I don't know, gentleman or something. Don't see in this that she is called digger because she wants to eat in a restaurant with you, So, and there is many cases like that,
Darling, thank you so much. I don't know if you want to talk about it now. Maybe now. because you never told me that. I'm just sitting here floored that Tatiana told you that if you had registered with Match Guarantee, she probably couldn't have helped you find a
Yeah,
husband.
just told me 2 days ago. I said, really? Because, she said, because you have 2 children. Nobody chose 2 children.
I'm even taken back by that. But how does that make you feel?
That's we have I don't know, we will discuss now live this year on our website. We have just mentioned you'll have children, yes or no, but guys don't know how many. And I don't know, like, I like this because I want to give a chance to single mom like I am, because I don't feel, I mean, I understand men, especially young men who, young, who wants to experience this just from, have their own experience. Okay. I understand when men against this, and there is nothing wrong with this, but I just, if men, I believe that men fall in love with certain woman, and then because he loves her, he loves everything she has, That's the key. And I don't think that when women have children, should be pushed over, from the woman, like she's, I don't know, having defect or something, It can be.
Honey, I want to answer a question. I belong to a forum of men. It's called New Guys Forum. Doesn't matter. It's a Viber forum. And they asked me in the forum, Joe, just yesterday, I think it was, Joe, can you explain to the guys in the forum, there's about 70 guys, why, you were dating in Ukraine, you had, plethora of choice. Why did you choose a single mom to marry? And I want to answer that question in this live stream, since the point it came up here. The reason I chose a single mom is because I didn't choose a single mom. I chose my soulmate, Anya. She had children. She didn't have children. It didn't matter. I fell in love with her soul. And that's the magic of our marriage, our family. And I just wish to you guys and the guys in the forum, because I told them, watch the live stream. I'm answering your question. They're a little bit pissed off at me because they asked me a bunch of questions. I say, listen, I'll answer it in the live stream because I can't answer a question like this over SMS. You can't get the essence of it. You can't get my emotion. But I implore guys, don't look for a girl based on her tits, her ass, and her face. Yeah. Look for her soul. Look to get to know her. That's where love comes from, not tits, ass, and face. The main thing that guys look at to decide, well, no, I understand men are men and we're all pigs. That's the truth of the matter. But still, let's face it, you have some control over your faculty, especially as an older gentleman, say a 50-plus gentleman. Okay, you have acquired some wisdom, that you have some, woody control. You can control which mind does the thinking. So look to the soul. I really implore you. And guys, that's my answer. Okay, babe. I just want to, we have 51 votes now, which is live, 51 votes. So do you think you make decisions based more on logic or emotions? Right now it's at 63% say logic. So you guys are going to be shocked because you're dead wrong. I was dead wrong. So 63%, 51 of you guys are saying 63% logic. Yeah. Emotions, 27% of you are saying it's based on emotions. And I don't know is 10%. But guys, you're dead wrong. Okay. Well, 27% of you guys are right. 1/3 of you are right. So that's pretty good, actually. 2/3 of you guys are dead wrong. And I was dead wrong. Being an engineer, a logic-based person. Okay. I argued this point until I was blue in the face. but the science is the science, and it doesn't lie. That's why I love science. So without further ado, babe, thank you, darling. I'm going to jump into the video, okay? And then I'll invite you on. Okay. Guys, and please feel free to comment in there. I just want to say that another new year is practically upon us, right? And, you know, it's time to set those New Year's resolutions, right? Have you done that? Probably not until maybe you have. But did you know that the majority of people fail at their New Year's resolution? Of course, you know that the majority fail, but did you know the majority fail before Valentine's Day? Before Valentine's Day, okay? But they keep setting the same resolutions every year, a lot of people anyway. So as Einstein said, right, you don't want to be insane. Do something different. Something's got to give, something's got to change if you want the result, if you want something new in your life, right? So I told you guys I have lots of freebies for you, and I have a huge bonus. And like I said, I like to say in the rolling bar there, if you are dead serious about finding your wife in 2023 this year, text me right now. Those guys that text right now are going to be glad they did. I'm going to leave it there. Okay. So one freebie that I have for you is from a mate of mine, and he's in the video coming up. His name is Colin Sprake. He's in Vancouver. He owns a consulting company, business consulting called Make Your Mark. So he put his heart and soul into preparing a 2023 intentions booklet. Okay. And the thing is, it taps into what's really the forgotten step of successful goal setting. Nobody does this. And if you miss this, you can throw your goals out the window. So really, it's a free download, okay? It's in the description below this video as a free download. And if you're serious about achieving whatever you fucking want in 2023, there is no better place to start than your intentions and your goals. Because if you don't have an intention first, then a goal, you're not going to achieve it. Your chances of success are infinitesimally small, almost nil. And the science shows that. That's science talking, not me. So, yeah, let's jump into the next video.
Important you understand the laws that govern our universe, because in understanding them, you can get in harmony with them and attract what you desire.
It's something that you really got to pay a lot of attention to. It's not something you learn overnight. But you get studying this, and you can literally have anything you want.
But before we can look at using natural laws to attract what you desire, we must first understand what it is. Simply put, natural law is an observable law relating to natural phenomena. Simply put, these laws govern everything that happens in the universe. These laws aren't good or bad. They don't aim to help or hurt or be positive or negative. They simply are. And in their neutrality, they are precise. The problem is that not many are aware of this. These laws operate in our lives constantly, dictating the results we get. Have you ever had...
So there we go. I'm going to pause it there, and we're going to continue that video tomorrow, because right now I really want to get into another video, which is another mate of mine, Frank Moffat. It's a cool story. I could tell you, but better he just tell you himself. And you guys are going to learn a lot in Frank Moffat's story. And I hazard to say, you're going to see a lot of yourself in Frank. And it's very science-based. Here we go.
The intelligence of the rats.
Sorry, guys. I meant to pause it. Nothing is more powerful than a belief. Are you guys buying that? You guys agree with that? Sorry, that we accept to be true. If we don't accept it to be true, it's not a belief, though, right? But that's the thing. Are they true?
Since the dawn of mankind, humans have been manifesting their reality through the beliefs that they hold to be true. When I entered my second 50, I began to question my beliefs on aging. I knew that many of us shared the same fears. Fears manifested from the beliefs that as people age, they may suffer from mental decline, isolation, loss of independence, financial hardship, and worthlessness. I asked myself, does it need to be this way? Or can I change these beliefs? So I set out on a journey around the world, asking experts in the field of personal reinvention, how do we really find freedom in our second 50?
Do you think that the private thoughts in your head can affect the way a rat perceives itself? In 1963, Bob Rosenthal and Leonore Jacobson conducted an experiment to see if it was possible to do just that, influence rats based upon how their students perceived each rat's level of intelligence. Late one night, Bob went into the lab and placed signs on the rats' cages, maze bright and maze dull. What you need to know is that all of the rats came from the same breeder, and there was no distinct difference in intelligence between any of the rats. The only difference was how the students perceived the intelligence of the rats. And sure enough, through the students' perceptions, the rats that were labelled maze bright became the brightest, and the rats that were labelled maze dull became the dullest.
Do you see yourself in that classroom? If not, look a little closer, because you're in there. We're all in there. Because that's the classroom of life, and we've all passed through those doors, and that's where you picked up your beliefs. Now, we all know how powerful beliefs are. We see it every day. In fact, people will even kill to defend their beliefs. As social animals, we've probably always been affected by beliefs to some degree. Studies of our closest DNA relatives, the apes, suggest that primate social animals require both followers and leaders. And it's the accepting of leaders without challenge and the introduction of language that most likely led human primates towards the expression of beliefs. After I turned 50, I noticed that things got a bit harder. At first, I wondered if it was just me. So I started to observe others, what they said, how they felt, and what they were doing. I noticed that some seemed to slow down, while others seemed to pick up speed. And I wondered why. The more I observed, the more I realized just how often we ran our life on autopilot and just how little our everyday routines were controlled by our conscious mind.
On a regular day-by-day basis, on a regular life, we have 5% of our life controlled by our conscious mind's wishes, desires, and aspirations, and 95% of our life comes from the programs in the subconscious, primarily from other people. There was a time where you fell in love with somebody, head over heels in love. Well, I said, well, what was different about the honeymoon? It's like, it completely reverses. When you fall in love, you actually run your life 90% or more from the conscious mind.
So we all have this movie that's playing in our mind. And whatever is playing in our mind is very regularly being seen in our subconscious mind. And that is the movie that's creating the reality that we see through our eyes.
And the latest research.
I want to just stop there, guys, for a second. This lady, she owns a company called, should I remove? Mind Movies. It's really powerful. It's really great because I want to give you guys tools to change, tools to make your dreams come true. She has a great tool. It's just called, you can Google it, Mind Movies. And basically, she's taken dream boarding to a new level. So it makes an actual movie of your dreams. So you put all your dreams in pictures and or video, and it makes a collage. It makes a movie out of it. Very, very powerful stuff. So Google it if you want to do that. And visualization and dream boarding is huge. We'll cover that in just a minute here.
Shows that 47% of our behavior every day is habitual. For me, the first 2 hours in the day, I go through at least 20 habits. And I don't think about them, it's unconscious. But when you really understand how those work and make better choices and be aware of the bad choices that you're making and the potential consequences, then you can shift it to the other side and create successful choices that will give you successful results.
Once we realize and accept that we need to be more aware of how we're living our life, we can begin challenging beliefs that we've accepted in our past. Certainly, some beliefs are good for us, but without question, some beliefs need to be reevaluated and ultimately changed.
So I live in Southern California, where we have more plastic surgeons than almost anywhere in the world. And I often say we care more about our faces, our boobs, our bellies, and our butts than we do our brain. How crazy is that? So many people think that as they get older, that it's normal not to have a good memory. We did a study with 8,000 brains. So the brain gets less and less and less active over time, but it doesn't have to. Your behavior either accelerates the aging process, making you look and feel older than you are, or your behavior decelerates the aging process. We have this whole group of 80-year-old brains that are gorgeous. I mean, they're just full, symmetrical, and they correlate with people who are highly cognitively sharp.
Most of us pick up our programming between the ages of 2 and 6. Now, we are predominantly in theta brainwave activity during those years, so we're like sponges. Anything that we do and anything that we hear, we just store straight into our subconscious mind, and then we take it on as our truth. So we have absolutely no judgment during those years. We just accept and absorb everything.
And you guys get, right? You get the power of this, right? That you are not responsible for who you are. Yeah, you were programmed. What I'm saying is that your parents did the best. Our parents did the best they could. But unfortunately, they programmed us with their negative, toxic thinking. You know, my dad, oh my God, how many times money doesn't grow on trees. Life is hard, right? Money doesn't, lots of negative money blueprinting because we were poor, Manitoba farming couple.
You may hear about parents. They give us what they experience on their own, you know? You cannot expect them to give something that they never experienced, you know?
Exactly.
And
they do their best.
I said, there is always, you can always keep things that, or keep offendance or, that parents do something wrong. But until you will release, I don't talk specific about you. I just talk about all us, yeah? Because at some point we was all kids, yeah? And it's our relationship with parents. Until we will, understand that they give us everything that they have, to share with us. And the main thing that they give us, it's life, this is all. They don't owe us nothing. And we should be grateful that they give us life, We have our own brain and, possibilities to live life you want, And until
Absolutely.
we will, grow into perception of living just gratitude to them, we will have a lot of problems because this is our parents, our God or Earth God, So, we need to release all resilient, all offense and everything, just understanding they give us everything they can.
Absolutely. Thanks for sharing that, babe. Yeah, I'll just share it quickly. I went to a 7-day program called the Hoffman Institute outside of Calgary, Alberta. It's 7 intense days, and it's all about understanding your parents did their best and healing the wounds that your parents created and undoing this subconscious blueprinting instilled by your parents. It's 7 days intensive. You go into the woods and you bury yourself, You bury in the woods, in the dirt. You bury yourself, and then you go to your own funeral. You imagine your own funeral. I tell you, it's life-changing. I'm just sharing that with you because I'm just trying to press upon you that, yeah, we can change. We absolutely can change, but it takes dedication, takes commitment, takes work. Let's continue, shall we?
Visualization works by using the mind to influence our perceptions and personal reality. By controlling our mental power, we can influence and change our ideas, consciousness, and even our physical and spiritual environment.
People think that they have a calm mind of sorts, and they don't realize that as they age, their mind gets messier and messier, and more thoughts come into their mind, and more assumptions are created by their mind. And what happens is they think they're making a good reasoned decision, but of course it's all based on muddy thinking. It's a mess. It's a really muddy mind. And so the trouble is, by the time you got to 50, you've had programming, social conditioning from every source on the planet, advertising doing this to you, fear, worry, you should be stressed, you should do this, you can't do that, you can't do it this way, you must do it that way. All of that has basically beaten you up throughout your entire life. And so at that point, the secret at any point in life is to calm your mind, have it still, and then put in place some structures so that your mind can just think automatically, successfully, rather than the way it thinks now, which is basically, at the very best, organized chaos.
Yeah, guys.
Our mental capacities typically peak around 23, 27, something around that, in mid-20s.
Let me just come back to this point about visualization, and then piggyback with another video that is crazy powerful, guys. Again, the science of it. So here's some great science. To me, this is one of the top scientific pieces proving the power of visualization. It's taken from the movie The Secret that you've undoubtedly watched.
I took the visualization process from the Apollo program and instituted it during the 1980s and 90s into the Olympic program. And it was called visual motor rehearsal. When you visualize, then you materialize. And the interesting thing about the mind is we took Olympic athletes and then hooked them up to sophisticated biofeedback equipment and had them run their event only in their mind. Incredibly, the same muscles fired in the same sequence when they were running the race in their mind as when they were running it on the track. How could this be? Because the mind can't distinguish whether you're really doing it or whether it's just a practice.
Isn't that crazy? But I mean, do you guys need any more proof? Everybody, all of us, and we're starting now with our children, doing visualization, doing gratitude journal, doing saying money comes easily, affirmations, money come easily. Money, I'm teaching them money falls from the sky, and it's already happening for them. That's the coolest thing. So, I mean, wow, I get to give, my child that huge lift in life. I'm just so, it just makes me so happy. Hello, darling.
Hello. I just want to add on this point that if we don't have something in our life, but doesn't matter, we have like many areas of our life that we want to improve. Yeah, some critical, some just okay, and we want to improve a little bit. If we don't have something, it means just one on some level we just block it. And I strongly agree, before you use visualization instrument or things like that, attracting, you work with these blocks first. Because if you don't have it, because your subconsciousness protecting you, from having it, because you have some bad programming about having it, and so what kind of blocks is this? It's limited beliefs. It's your fears that will come true if you will attract it by visualization. From just subconscious fears, it's become your reality. And you have some benefits of not having it, and you need to realize what it benefits, going through all of that things. I don't know, we don't talk about this today, yeah? It's a topic for tomorrow, so more open.
No, that's fine, Levy. Honey, tell guys about your hypnotherapy that you created, How to Find Your Soulmate, please. Because guys, this is a great tool. Talking about, this is visualization. This is the power of your words, is what they're talking about. Really, everything in life, it starts with our words spoken. They create our actions. Our actions create our beliefs. Our beliefs create our actions, and they produce our results. But it all starts with our thoughts.
Yeah, I create this hypnotherapy that the best way you can listen it just before you go to sleep, when you have this relaxed mind, when this thoughts, feelings, everything, when you listen, you just follow. It's a like kind of guided meditation. If you've ever done meditation, this is like that. And it's, I touch their points of releasing all your pain from your past, because very often this is the reason why you still don't have new relationship, because you didn't get over from past experience. And just by listening it, you use your power of your imagination, sensing, even maybe feeling her touch, having your own pictures by just. Yeah, and this is the way how you create it first on energetic level, and then it's become realizing in your reality. Yeah.
And guys, tomorrow, because we are continuing on basically the same thing, how to get, how to attract your wife in 2023, which is still, it's all, you guys, it's all one package. What do you want? How to attract what you want? Wife, life, everything, money, happiness, it's all the same formula. That's the beauty of it. You get the formula for one thing, you've nailed it for others. However, there's a caveat. Our negative self-printing beliefs we have for money, for love, for happiness, we have for all these different areas. So we have to work on each of them. But in essence, the how-to, it's the same. How to allow that man to control the elephant, so that in your life, the elephant doesn't take you wherever he wants to go. You direct your life. You become the captain of your own destiny. That's where we're going today and tomorrow. And what Anna's talking about now is vibration, your vibrations. We're going to bring in some really, really cutting molecular biology and quantum physics that's going to vibrate you guys out of this world. It's really cool and amazing stuff. But honey, they can download, please put the link, honey, after the live stream, of Anna's hypnotherapy called How to Attract Your Soulmate. Guys, this is a gift, another free gift. You can see the love and care that Anna has for each and every one of you guys. She did this. She's put a lot of time, and you get to be hypnotized by her angelic voice and accent as you go to sleep. Really, guys, you see the comments below the live stream. I mean the YouTube video. Guys fall asleep because of her hypnotic voice. But guys, seriously, if you want change, if you want to attract your soulmate this year, is the best thing you could do. The best thing you can do. Okay, babe, you can stay on. I'm just going to continue playing the video.
And then we go down because we finish our college and we're not accelerating our learning. But if we're in our 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, or 100s, and we're getting the glucose and oxygen working in that brain, it will last for an unbelievable period of time. The brain is waiting to be used. If you don't use it, you lose it. You got to muscle it up.
A study published by the journal Cell Metabolism suggests that new brain cell growth occurs when we exercise regardless of age. And in a second study by the University of Texas, it was discovered that cognitive decline can be improved by habitually exercising higher-order thinking strategies. When you think about aging, what pops into your mind? Vitality? Enthusiasm? Passion? Or are you derailed by thoughts of loneliness, sickness, and loss of independence? Unfortunately for many older adults, it's the latter that they associate with, because society leads us to believe that this is a time of loss of integrity, loss of meaning, and loss of purpose. But what if this was the time for us to fully discover our true sense of self and purpose? Because it's purpose that drives us out of our bed each morning, and it's purpose that validates that our life matters.
Find something that you absolutely love to learn, go out there and do it every day, and find a purpose for learning it. The best way to do it is to teach what you learn to somebody else and give yourself a deadline to teach it, and you'll keep your mind active. Find some cause that inspires you that you want to learn about, and keep yourself active from now on. And that way you keep adding life to years and years to life.
There are 3 typical emotional moods that drive us: anger, sadness, and fear. Anger is as strong or stronger than a heroin addiction. People will do anything to be right and to make others wrong. They'll do anything to be temporarily powerful and to be able to force and dominate others. The second predominant emotion in the world is sadness. It's estimated that 350 million people are addicted to sadness. These are people who are clinically depressed. The third key emotional state is fear. Statistics show that 23% of women and 16% of men are addicted to fear. These are people who worry all the time about something. They will surround themselves with situations that cause them to be on edge. The state of chaos that we've created in our life due to the limiting beliefs that are anchored in our emotional reactive moods causes us to become resigned to life. It causes us to think that we're incapable of having it all. And so we give up.
There are 4 different ways that you can respond to fear. We tend to talk about 3 of them a lot, but the 4th one is really the purpose. So usually we talk about fight, where you resist and you're challenging people. Secondly, we talk about flight, where maybe you distract yourself with different things so you don't have to really pay attention. And the third one is freeze, where you just can't even move, you can't think, you're just in a total state of anxiety. But the 4th thing, and what fear is really designed to do, is to help you focus, help you narrow things down so that you can take action on what's truly most important to you.
First of all, you have the intelligence of the rats.
Maybe it's even a pattern that every time they say something than a heroin addiction, people...
4 different ways that you can respond to fear.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, I just wanted to share with you because this changed my life when I learned this acronym for focus. For you, especially for you entrepreneurs out there, I was never successful until I learned this acronym for focus, because I had shiny object syndrome. Chasing this shiny object, which entrepreneurs tend to have, because most of us have ADD or ADHD, myself included, something like 90%, according to Dr. Amen from Amen Clinics. You heard him before. I've met him twice. He's his clinic in San Diego. But focus stands for follow one course until successful. Follow one course until successful. That's why I have to be out of Match Guaranty to do my other thing, because I'm really rusty. The real estate investment wheels are rusty, so I need to be out so I can be successful. Following course. All right.
I tend to talk about 3 of them a lot, but the 4th one is really the purpose. So usually we talk about fight, where you resist and you're challenging people. Secondly, we talk about flight, where maybe you distract yourself with different things so you don't have to really pay attention. And the third one is freeze, where you just can't even move, you can't think, you're just in a total state of anxiety. But the 4th thing, and what fear is really designed to do, is to help you focus, help you narrow things down so that you can take action on what's truly most important to you.
First of all, you have a feeling which leads to a thought, which leads to an action, which gives you a result. Now you might think about that and you might say, wait a minute,
how does that really show up in my life? Well, there's certain feelings you have every day. If you have a feeling of being down and you wake up and you're like, my life feels really heavy and down today, guess what shows up for you? Thoughts around being down, which leads to actions that aren't serving you and results that will definitely not serve you. Once you get your feelings in line with your thoughts, all of a sudden the results in your life change. Have you ever
to stream? Here is one, and that's a mate of mine, Colin Sprague. And before we get into what he just said, I said to you earlier in the description below, you can download for free his goal setting planner for 2023, and it's a very powerful one. It's one you've never seen before because it has a missing piece, the missing piece to being successful with your goals for next year. And that's a free download in the description below. But he's been a mate of mine for many years and went to South Africa with his family and toured Kruger Park. And he's extremely driven, extremely successful. He's been on stages with Tony Robbins and a long list of others. But what he said, it's absolutely key. And you're gonna see this by many other thought leaders that back to our question, do you think you make decisions based more on logic or emotions? You'll notice he said our emotions create our thoughts. Our emotions, it starts with emotions. Emotions create our thoughts. So we think our thoughts, which is our intellect, right? Which is our logic. We think it's making the decision. It's not. We're all make decisions based on emotion. You know that expression, people don't remember what you said. They remember how you made them what? Feel. They remember how you made them feel. Same thing. It's feelings. We all make decisions. Now you need to make a decision about whatever you're going to buy, however you're going to get help to find your traditional Ukrainian wife, or you decide if you're going to try to go it alone. God help you. But anyway, you decide based on your emotions, not your intellect. So a lot of you guys have toxic emotions already formed. Some based on your subconscious from your childhood, but a lot of you have had toxic scam experiences. So you have these toxic emotions causing you to back away, from help or whatever. So I'm just saying, this is one piece of proof, and we will see some later today and even tomorrow, because the final auction will end tomorrow, as I have alluded to, right? Here you go. Tomorrow, Anna and I will end it at noon Eastern time on Sunday, January the 1st. At noon. The high bidder takes it. Current high bid, again, is $2,750, unless I've received an email to the contrary. With maybe, Anna, you could check to see if we've received any bids by email. And we shall continue. Oh my God, I did it again. Guys, I'm so sorry.
Discoveries, longevity, and anti-aging clinics. It's no longer a question, how long will you live? Now that
is working by adding the good stuff.
Gives you a result. Now you might think about that and you might say, wait a minute, how does that really show up in my life? Well, there's certain feelings you have.
Reactive moods causes us to become resigned to life. It causes us to think that we're incapable of having it all. And so we give up.
There are 4 different ways that you can respond to fear. We tend to talk about narrow things down so that you
gives you a result. Now you might think about that and you might say, wait a minute, how does that really show up in my life? Well, there's certain feelings you have every day. If you have a feeling of being down and you wake up and you're like, my life feels really heavy and down today, guess what shows up for you? Thoughts around being down, which leads to actions that aren't serving you and results that will definitely not serve you. Once you get your feelings in line with your thoughts, all of a sudden the results in your life change. Have you ever been...
Right, I've got to come back in. I didn't share with you. So basically, this is the life hack. If you want to change your life, change your emotions. I was going to get into this later, but there's no better time than now. You need to find a way to change your emotions. because your emotions control your thoughts control your actions, which leads to your results. Does that make sense to you guys? I hope you do believe it. You've got to believe it first. And you think, I can't change my emotions. I feel the way I feel. No, absolutely wrong. I give my dear Papa full credit for this, because he was the happiest person I've ever known. He every morning woke up with a skip, like a jump in his step. He was so happy. And on days that he wasn't happy, he told himself, I'm happy today. Even when he had something terrible and devastating happen in his day. And I know what happened, right? Guess what? He was still happy. And he taught me this from a fairly young age, not before the age of 7, because my father was a different man when I was 7 and when I was 20. He developed too, but I saw the results. His happiness just was contagious. He made other people around him happy. And really, he faked. You can fake it till you make it. You've heard this expression, fake it till you make it. It's a life hack. It really is, and it really works. If you're not happy, fake it till you are happy. If you're not grateful, fake it. The words you say will manifest themselves. So how you can change your emotion. You see, our wordology and our emotions are really heavily tied together. So if you don't have the emotion, say the word. It will create the emotion. Gratitude is everything. 100% agree. Having a gratitude journal and journaling every day is another huge life hack to change what? Your emotion. If you're grateful, you're happy because you're grateful. You see, the emotions go very hand in hand. They go hand in hand. So it's a great life hack. Really. Another thing is you can do is pattern interrupts. So, or state change. It's otherwise known as a state change. So for example, I go out in the morning and I jump into our cold pool. It's quite cold now. I know, Crimea River, right? But it is a shock. And it shocks my system. So if I have something bad happen to me in my day, I just go out and jump into the pool. Now I should do it more often, honestly speaking, but it shocks me and shocks my system. Reset. It's like a reset. So do something. You guys that work out, it's great. It resets you. It is a physical reset of your emotion, of your mood. Okay. It's a powerful life hack. Okay. Let's continue.
Triggered in a relationship where someone says something and suddenly you're over the top angry at them, and then maybe it's even a pattern that every time they say something, or every time you're home at Christmas time with your family, somebody's going to do something or say something, and you go through the same pattern again and again and again. These patterns in life, when you see the same experience happening again and again, those are about beliefs.
Over the past 20 years, the divorce rate among baby boomers has surged by more than 50%, which sets up the frightening scenario that unmarried baby boomers are 5 times more likely to live in poverty than their married counterparts.
Again, you know why? Because somebody commented. I think I put it up. Maybe, honey, you can find it. It's the comment there. It says, it's much harder for a married man to be successful. It's much easier to be successful and make money when you're single. There you go. You just heard that's not right. Yeah. Married people are 3 times more likely to be successful than single. You just heard the fact. Again, the facts, the science speaks. That comment is up closer to the beginning of the live stream today. So yeah, and Buffett speaks about this. He says, Buffett, one of his quotes is that 80% of your life's happiness or misery depends on the woman you marry. So choose carefully. And it's very true. Oh, I knew you were going to come in. I was hoping Anna would come in and talk about this. Because I learned a lot from my Anyachka. Please, давай.
No, I just want to add that it's fair for this man who wrote it, because wherever what you believe, this is his belief, and that's why it worked in his life, and that's what he experienced, because that's why, it's fair in his life, but it doesn't mean because other person don't have this belief. Other person have belief that his life in many levels more fulfilled financially as well, when he's married.
Brilliant.
And this is fair so it's everything depends on your belief.
Brilliant, honey. You see what Anya is saying is that his belief is that, so that will manifest in his life. But I don't certainly believe that. I don't believe that. And you see, I believe the opposite. And you see it manifesting in my life. Match Guaranty has taken off since I got married, since Anya came on board. And why wouldn't it, right? The heart of Match Guaranty. And Anya, please explain your theory about women's energy and how a woman gives her energy to her man to be more successful. Because when you explained that to me initially, excuse me, I really loved it. And I think you should share it with guys, please.
I don't know what I need to share. I just believe that we have, we live in different bodies, man and woman. And we have a little bit different structure and our strong and weak sides, And when we right match for each other, it's when our relationship based on love, this is work like synergy. This is like 1 + 1. It's not 2, but 11. But it's always work for, always work when it's relationship based on love, not on, just because people, it's I don't know, like gold digger relationship or some other, other things. When it's true love energy out there, and it's always the case where you can see how life, family life changed with when man gets married with his soulmate, this always where relationship based on love, there is always they are both life, it's uplifting. And you can also see if divorce happen, it's not a secret, it's worldwide. There is always financial problem because this is energy that goes together when synergy goes up, like lifting, but there is problem or just fights, there's also this energy that reflects.
Honey, I got a great example to prove our point. So it's my own personal experience. Honey, remember I was saying, well, I don't know why we had this income dip. So this is Match Guaranty's income since inception of the company, 2017. This is our income. You notice we had a big drop off in there. So in 2019 to 20 there. And so I was thinking about, and I was puzzled. Okay, what caused this drop off in income? And you see where Anna and I got married there, the income skyrocketed up. Where it nosedived there, that was my worst toxic relationship I had with the Ukrainian woman, and it was toxic. It was not healthy. And you see the Match Guaranty income crashed, but yet after Anna, and this is our client flow as well. After Anna, our client flow, our success has gone up.
Sorry, Joseph, I have to correct you. This is not. This is mistake here. I told you on the graph, and I was there.
Move on, Lovey.
Okay.
Move on. Thank you.
The key is not to look for greener pastures. The key is to better understand relationships. Because once you do, every relationship has the potential to be the ideal relationship.
I now know that every relationship I was in, I could still be in.
Right. If you'd only known.
If
right?
I'd only known.
If you'd understood the differences and why that was, and how each of you feel loved and appreciated.
Right. And I didn't know that they were loving me in their way. I wanted them to love me in my way, and they didn't know I was loving them in my way, and they weren't getting what they wanted.
Absolutely. That's what personality differences are.
One of the key complaints that I get, especially from men and women over the age of 50, is I don't have enough energy. And this whole equation about energy has a lot to do not just with fitness, not just with our exercise program, but also has a lot to do with what we're eating. And we're always working by adding the good stuff in and not worrying about the bad stuff. We don't worry about taking anything away. We don't worry about diets, because diet has the word die in it. We're into living it. The live it. And the way we live it is by adding in all the good things.
One of the really great things about human beings is that we're always looking for an easier, faster, more efficient way to do things. But unfortunately, when it comes to health, there are no shortcuts. Yes, it's hard to make the time. And yes, it's hard to push yourself to get up and go after a mentally challenging day. But if you don't find the time to care for yourself, who will?
One of the things that I have found is that most of us know what it is that we need to eat and do to be healthy, but we don't do it. And the reason for that is because I feel we don't think we're worthy of it. We're just living day by day. But it's, health is like an investment. The more that you put away today is going to determine what it is that you're going to have tomorrow. So the choices we make today, eating, exercising, is what's going to determine how healthy we are in the future.
For a lot of us, we're looking for magic bullets. And I talk to many people who, they've got the aches and pains because their bodies are changing, and they go to rely on acetaminophen or ibuprofen as an answer. Unfortunately, while those products are very safe and very effective for short-term use, they come with long-term risks. People can Google NSAID deaths, basically ibuprofen deaths, and find startling information, shocking information that isn't really talked about in the mainstream media.
At 35, I was 50 pounds overweight, stressed out, going to bed with pain every night of my life, taking back relaxants and painkillers every day, to the point where my liver was starting to shut down because I had taken so many painkillers without even thinking about it. And now, in my 50s, I'm getting my life back. I'm getting my health back. I'm actually really excited about getting healthier as I get older. To me, aging has taken on a whole new possibility.
Maximum human life expectancy is somewhere around 120 years, but I think we're going to have a major paradigm shift during the next 50 years. And when that occurs, we'll be looking at human life expectancies measured in centuries rather than decades. So what our goal is, as anti-aging and longevity physicians, is to help our patients live long enough to take advantage of these technologies that are coming in the years ahead.
With all the new medical discoveries, longevity, and anti-aging clinics, it's no longer a question, how long will you live? Now the question is, how well will you live your additional years?
A couple of years ago, I noticed that I was starting to lose some function and mobility. I was getting stiff. My old ways of training, lifting heavy, pushing heavy stuff all the time, was leaving some gaps in my fitness as I really wanted to quantify it. So I started looking at how I could relieve tension, develop more strength, mobility, stability, some of those other key components to not just fitness, but to life. Some of the limiting beliefs that I hear from a lot of our clientele are that I should start slowing down because I'm getting older. Or this ache or this pain it must just be age. I'm too old. And I think, why?
I hear from so many people this belief that, because I've never made money in the first 50 years of my life, I'll never be rich. And that is one of the most detrimental beliefs you can have. And I'll tell you why. First of all, it gives you no hope. It absolutely robs you of the idea that you can create something from nothing, create a new business, become an artist, sell your artwork, earn money, and be wealthy. So it robs your dreams before you even allow yourself to dream that dream. And secondly, it has an actual effect on the physiological body. In the brain, it stops the neural pathways from forming new connections in order to discover new ways to make money.
We're living in an extremely exciting time of life. 23% of all new entrepreneurs are between the ages of 50 and 65. Why? It appears that people either want a sense of purpose or they need to supplement their income. In a study commissioned by Bankrate, 62% of all Americans said they had less than $500 cash on hand in a checking or savings account. Now, when you equate those numbers with what the average person needs to retire, it just doesn't add up. So how did we end up this way? Until you know, you can't be expected to know. And money management is no different than any other learned skill. Who needs to retire anyway? To continue to work isn't a bad thing. In fact, for most of us, it's a really good thing. It keeps you physically active, it keeps you socially active, and until you find your purpose, it gives you a purpose to wake up each day and an opportunity to continue to work towards your goals and dreams. I personally believe that spirituality is a connection of all through the energy of one. What I mean by that is that we're all brothers and sisters under one higher power. All of our separation is man-made, created through fears, the need to feel important, and in most cases, the need to be right. This separation only remains because we have not found our own individual identity, so we cling to the separation identity passed on to us from others. Once we are comfortable with who we are, we can respect everyone else, which means once we get past all this ideological thinking, we'll see just how amazing everyone is. I mean, think about it. Just to get here, you had to swim faster than as many as 1.2 billion competitors, which makes your conception 6 times harder than winning the Powerball lottery. And you'd feel pretty special if you won that, wouldn't you?
Spirituality is all about being able to have a relationship with and a connection to that higher source or that higher power. So whenever I'm trying to create something new or determining the direction of my life that I want to live, I always ask the question, how can I serve? And I sit quiet long enough to hear the answer, because when you ask the question, you will always get an answer every single time.
Where is God not? It's in everything. It's everywhere. It's 100% omnipresent in its every experience. And when we're basically grateful for our lives, our hearts open up, we feel love for life again, we feel that things are on the way, not in the way, we feel that things are instructive, not obstructive, we feel like we're masters of our destiny, not victims of our history, and we literally go out and we want to tackle life and do a major contribution in life. We feel inspired again. And when we do, we go out and make a service to people. And I think religious service is fine, but being of service to people is our spirituality.
So we're programmed, though, to see the downside, to see the negative in everything. Pick up a newspaper anywhere in the world, first 5 pages, try and find one positive thing. It's not there. It's all negative. People are attracted to what's wrong. Well, we want to recognize that and say, no more. I am going to look at the other side.
One of the areas that I'm very interested in is what's called word for the world. There's a word in you that explains what you're living from. And what that does is it helps you to understand this helping and hindering beliefs that you have. Because there are things that hold you back and there are things that take you forward. And one of the areas that it becomes really important to learn about is the area of mentoring, because that's actually one of the ways that you can leverage this life purpose is becoming a mentor to others, to educate others. Because that links very much with what your life purpose is. And I would encourage everyone to look at their word for the world, to look at mentoring as a way in which to be the best for the world.
Hey guys, okay, on this point, I just want to emphasize, I couldn't agree more with mentoring. Mentoring, and probably even more importantly, having an accountability partner is absolutely huge to getting what you want in life. It's how I became a multimillionaire in my early mid-20s, is I got a billionaire lawyer in Canada to mentor me, Volmer Nordman. I didn't know at the time he was a billionaire, but I later found out. And that cost me a lunch and a bottle of red wine. And 2.5 hours later, you know, he taught me how to buy real estate in Canada with no money down, none of my own money. And I went out to buy $10 million of real estate, mostly with none of my own money. So I can't emphasize enough, and I want to, on this note, provide you with an opportunity to get an accountability partner. So we are launching, fingers crossed, something in the new year here. We will announce the date, but we're launching something that I really feel strongly about, as does my partner in this venture. So I'm just looking for Lion's Den, if you could help me out here, babe. It should be at the top of the videos here somewhere. Yeah, Lion's Den, it should say. Okay, let's it's definitely here. Okay, we'll continue and I'll come back to it. Sorry, guys.
It never ceases to amaze me, watching people try to solve their problems with the same thinking that created their problems in the first place.
Okay, sorry, I found it. Here it is. We're launching in the new year here.
Giants with confidence.
So I'm letting you know because a bunch of you guys are going to get it pro bono for free. So it's $50 a month, but a bunch of you guys are going to get in for free, founding members that started up. Now, yes, it is Christian based. So if that rubs you the wrong way, too bad. But it's not, Bible thumpy. We're not going to be Bible thumpy, but it is going to be biblically based, because the best personal development book ever written, well, it's the #1 selling book in the world, the Bible. There's a reason. So it is based in, like I say, in biblical principles, but you will have an accountability partner, and it really can be pivotal to you getting the wife and the life you want in 2023. Okay, so let's continue.
So how do you find new solutions? 2 ways, education and meditation. At YSF, it's our mandate to provide avenues for education and personal growth in all 5 of your dimensions. It's your responsibility to find the time and self-discipline to apply education and meditation to your life. Remember, there's only one thing worse than death, and that's to have not lived your life to the fullest. Look to expand your education. Challenge yourself to continually grow. Seek out quality coaches and reprogram beliefs that are holding you back. It's an exciting time to be in your second 50.
I believe that we have the power to be anything, to do anything, to create anything in our lives, and I mean anything. And this is from someone who has had every bit of adversity in my past. It's not the silver spoon kind of life that I'm living. But the interesting thing is, the only thing that it took to get from where I was, born in a family where my parents filed bankruptcy, I then filed bankruptcy, I've got 2 divorces to my name, all this kind of stuff of failures I put in quotes, because to me they're all stepping stones to get where we are. The thing is, anyone can do this, and it all comes from changing only one thing. And that one thing that you have to change is right here. You have to believe that you can do this. I'm going to pretend that I can do this, and I'm going to take one step forward today toward that goal, believing and pretending that I'm going to succeed. And you know what? You will, because just by changing the belief itself.
In my mid-40s, I went through quite a traumatic experience. I had back surgery, lost my home, my family. I had a tumor on my vertebrae. It took the wind out of my sails. I could not do one more thing. I couldn't do anything. I believe to this day that that tumor was planted there by years and years of anger and fear. And so I used to visualize almost every day during the surgery and after that this tumor had grown wings and was flying away. And the big realization and limiting belief that I acknowledged was that I wasn't loved and I wasn't wanted. And the truth was, is as long as I kept believing that, it was what kept showing up.
Hey guys and Honey Bunny, guys, this is huge what you just said. You know, this is one of the most common, what's called core self-limiting beliefs, because it's the foundation of what we build our life on. It's core, it's foundational. I'm not worthy of love. I'm not good enough. Wow. Guess what? I got them both. And I admit it, right? I admit it. My mom died when I was 11 years old. So a child sees a death at that age as abandonment. Crazy, yeah. I learned this at the Hoffman Institute. And you see, I still get choked up, which means it's still there for me. It's still there. That's the thing about core self-limiting beliefs. It's crazy how strong they are. And it's crazy how it fucks with our life. So first, we got to be aware. That's step one, which I'm aware. And then two, well, you got to do your best to overcome it during your life. Yeah. So I just wanted to share that. Yeah. Anything, baby?
Yeah. You know, talking about what connected us a lot, it's the same beliefs, understanding of the world, you know, this saying deep stuff, you know. And I remember when I don't know how long, just a few months, we was in a relationship, and you try to push me away, and with your actions, just because you know, your beliefs take over you, you know. And I'm grateful that I understood what happened, and you know, because you was open and tell me, you know, what's going on. I just didn't took it like personally. No, you don't like me or something, you know, this is something going on. This is your lesson. This is your thing. And I can be understanding and supporting, and just don't take offense here, you know, but understanding you're going through, you know, some pain that it's still over there, you know, and you need to work. So, and this deep understanding in a relationship, when you're a couple, you know, especially when you're married couple, it helps a lot. We all, you know, we all have our traumatic experience in our childhood. And doesn't matter how great parents you are, there is not possible way to grow a child without trauma. And this is not bad thing. You need to understand. Imagine person who grew up without in a complete no viruses, everything sterilized, you know, never eat, you know, nothing, all time, everything super clean, super ideal, you know. Imagine how this child will be, you know, in the real world when he will face it. With the first troubles, he will never have experience how to act, you know. So doesn't matter what parents do, they always prepare, you know, because your soul choose these parents, and because you needed this experience. You need this experience for your future life, you know, having certain life lessons. Imagine your life super ideal, with no challenges, with no nothing. This is like a movie which you can predict. It's not interesting to watch, you know. We always choose movies that have excitement, they have, you know, overcoming challenges, that have deep, interesting scene. And that's what our soul wants. We want to go through different life situations that make because we actually, our soul grow in difficulties, not in sunny days, you know. So
wait, guys, Anna's just starting to go cosmic on you. Tomorrow she's really going to go cosmic, because my the heart of Match Guaranty is very deep and cosmic. We're going to get in. We're going to show you our particle accelerator. We're going to split some atoms. Actually, yeah. Okay, baby. Thank you. Let's continue with the video. Okay. Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So we should question some of our beliefs. Where did our beliefs come from? Why should a person slow down? I mean, if all the knowledge and all the power is evenly present in all places at all times, and all science and all theology, the only two references we have tell us that, then the longer we live, the more energy we should have. We shouldn't slow down, we should speed up. And we should learn to calm down.
Happiness comes from a place inside of you where you're free. Freedom from the past and the stuff that's holding you down. Old woundology, old blame, old regret, old stuff. I walked around with a lot of anger, and people could feel the anger, and I wasn't even aware that I was feeling it myself, so I didn't know what to do about it. So I had to go on a little bit of an archaeological dig, so to speak. What's underneath the surface of Valerie that is coming up and out that I'm not even aware of? And I was able to find those things and work on releasing them.
I can just vividly remember one night, I'm sitting on the floor of my post-marriage breakup condo. And I've always been a renovator, so this bathroom is going to be my latest project. I'm all lit up about what tiles I'm going to buy. And I just start bawling as I sit there looking at these tools. And it was such a moment of clarity, because I'm looking back over the last 10 years of my life and all the outward success I've had, and I'm realizing that it's me that needs renovating. It's me. And so I made the promise to myself right then and right there. I started doing every self-help course under the sun. I started to get a lot more serious about my yoga and my health and my diet. Slowly, my life started to change.
Now,
Hey guys, I apologize. I'm gonna probably need a tissue here, but I just want to share from the heart because I relate with this lady wholeheartedly. I'm very grateful I went bankrupt. I'm very grateful I lost all the materials, stuff that I had, because it was me that was broken. It was me that had to, it was my soul, like Anna just said earlier, my angel said earlier, that it was my soul that needed this experience of humility. My ego had gotten too big for my britches. And I had to experience this pain, this loss, this anguish for me to develop, for me to find Match Guaranty, for example, to be able to have the privilege to help all of you guys, lead you to find, hopefully, your soulmate, to lead you to find a good wife in Ukraine, this life passion, to teach me how to become a better husband, to have this opportunity to be a father, to two wonderful girls, everything, all these fruits of my life now, it's all as a result of that pain. So whatever you might be going through, I just encourage you, embrace it, learn from it, rise to the occasion of understanding that it's happened to you for a reason. It happens to all of us for a reason. It's our choice if we're going to grow through it, or if we're going to just lay down and play dead for the rest of our life. Just wanted to share my personal story with you there.
We've been doing some brain mapping of people when they're in normal thought, in meditation, and in visualization. And it's incredible how the brain will react differently to those three different types of activities. And what we can see is that if we are very purposeful about what we think and the movie that we continuously play in our mind, we can actually change the course of our life.
If we don't take conscious control of our thinking about aging, the media will take care of it for us. And we will take in those images and relate to, oh, this is what aging is. And we will do an unconscious agreement with an aging path that does not have to be ours. I have a picture in my mind of myself at 95, and I am vibrant. And I'm doing what I love doing, which is speaking and teaching. If you want to live to be a ripe, old, happy, full age, you must be willing to pick up the phone and say goodbye to people along the way. That's part of this journey. And at the same time, keep making friends of many different generations. And you'll have, not only will it assist you in having healthy relationships, but it'll also keep you younger.
I mean, there's no...
Guys, I want to share here. I 100% agree. I had a point in my life where I had to fire my friends. I mean, I had to say goodbye to my friends because, and I learned that friends, they either pull you down or they lift you up. And it's wisest to have friends above you. And when I say above you, I don't just mean financially. If they're financially above you, they will pull you up. It's a given. If they are, but they can have a successful marriage, for example, and they will lift you up because they will help you in that department. But your friends, the company you keep is absolutely paramount to your future, to your success or failure at whatever it is in life, relationship, love, money, family, you name it. So I completely agree. It's absolutely critical that you surround yourself with people that are going to help you grow. That was a big part of how I got out of the rut that I was in.
Question that, the universe is sending us messages all the time. And I was one of those young, ego strong guys that never listened. So it just hit me harder and harder and harder. Right before 50, I looked at it, holy crap, I'm fat and 50, or I will be fat and 50. My business is failing. My marriage is on the rocks. I don't have a great relationship with my kids. I had a lot of limiting beliefs and a blueprint that was in my head that was really, really deep. Money is the root of all evil. That was preached hard. Success? No, that's not right. Struggle. Work hard and struggle. That was what was conceived in my head as right. So every time I got down the road of thinking I was achieving success, something would happen. And oh yeah, guess what? My subconscious was pulling me back and saying, I was sabotaging what I was doing. Through a lot of self-awareness, revisiting my vision as to where it is I want to go on this planet and taking the appropriate action. Now all those things are in place and they're strong and they're healthy and they're thriving and abundance flows in my life as a positive result of that. I'm living proof that success after 50 is absolutely possible.
Thanks for watching. My name's Frank Moffat, and life's never over till it's over. So now's the time to let the magic begin. From the cast and crew, we want to wish you a positive, productive, happy, and healthy second 50. Keep smiling.
Hey guys, okay, so that's a wrap on that movie. What did you guys think? Love to chat with you in comments. I know we're running a long live stream, but it's a goodie. I hope you agree. So tomorrow, I just want to say that tomorrow we're going to continue this. And the best, I'm saving for last. The best you guys that join us tomorrow live are going to get. But I am going to fulfill on my promise. And you know how I've been putting this message up a lot. Which one is it here? I've been putting this up a lot. New Year's Blitz. New Year's Blitz. And that is, anybody want a lifetime guarantee package, $10,000 at 72% off. That's $2,750, which happens to be the current high bid in the auction. Now, most likely it's not going to stay there. Most likely, usually what happens with auctions is the guys that really want it, they're lurching in the background, waiting pounce. And sometime before the clock strikes high noon tomorrow, they will put their bid. They will email their bid or text their bid. So probably it's not going to go for $2,750. In the past, they've gone for Well, it actually has gone for in the past. We've had prices all over the map. So anything is possible. But if you know you want it and you don't want to take a chance of missing out, okay, text me right now. The first one to text, like I say, and just say you want it, right? Just text me and say, Joe, I want it. I want the 10K package for $2,750. You've got it. Only one, because this is cheap, guys. This is below our cost. Please understand. Anna did the math on our cost per client. It's just under $4,000, right, babe?
Yeah, but it's from long time ago. I think now it's even more. But
yeah, she did our because I'm terrible at the books. I'm terrible at the books, and is better than I am. So she did what 5 years, and basically our total expenses, divided by total number of clients. Simple math. It's a 3,980 or something like that. So I'm just saying, it's cheap. It's real cheap.
We need more good bachelors. We have too much lady who is keep asking us, and yeah.
Yeah, there's a number of reasons.
You have anyone to introduce me to?
There's a number of reasons that we're doing these specials, right? Below our cost point. And one is, and we're going to get in this tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're getting into the 4 laws that govern life. And that's why I say, if you really want to excel in 2023, if you really want to change your life and get more, whatever it is you want out of life, you don't want to miss tomorrow. Because we're going to dive into these 4 laws that govern life on this planet, that govern why the poor get poorer and the rich get richer. And it's not about the external world. It's about you. It's about me. We have the opportunity, just like anyone else, to get rich. Yeah. So, we will save the good stuff for tomorrow. Again, the auction is still live until noon tomorrow. Okay. And I'm going to play a short video that's going to blow your mind here in a minute. But where are we here? I just wanted to remind you guys, talking about success, right? Talking about how to find your wife and be successful in 2023. This is an absolute no-brainer, what I'm about to play for you. You absolutely need to watch as many of these as you can.
Hello, привет, and welcome to UkraineDating.tv. Our channel is the world's first of its kind, providing free live streaming every single day, 7 days a week with the real, genuine, beautiful Ukrainian ladies. Finally, now you have the opportunity to video chat live 7 days a week with different beautiful Ukrainian girls of all ages and walks of life. You get to ask all your deepest burning questions about all things Ukraine, Ukraine culture, Ukraine women, and Ukraine current events. And if you come to enough of our live streams, you might just discover what makes us mysterious women tick. Guys, I think you understand we're like David fighting Goliath here to bring you the truth once and for all. Our channel's purpose is to debunk the myth and stigma created by the toxic paper letter scam industry. And we hope you agree the best way to accomplish that is by giving you the opportunity to video chat with average Ukrainian girls that represent the real women of Ukraine. And then you be the judge about what's real and what's not. Guys, please know that we're doing this all for you. So do me a favor and subscribe to our new channel and help us help you, your fellow man, and help us bring Goliath to his knees. So guys, can I ask you to share this video with all your friends Only together we can make a difference, guys.
Hey guys, honey, do you want to announce what's coming up new on ukrainedating.tv, or do you want me to?
I don't fight with nobody. I just, I think this is critically important for guys to see real Ukrainian women and to understand what they want and how, in order to be successful with them. Because if you come to Ukraine, wherever, to Europe, to date a Ukrainian woman, and you know, all that you have experience in the West, and you just date Ukrainian woman like you used to date women in the West, this strategy will not work, you know. And for example, I know that one young client of us, he told that in the West it's cool when men, you know, talkative, and this is show like he's cool, like it's cool to be talkative. So this is not a very cool thing to do with Ukrainian girl, and this is one of the differences. Bringing flowers, you know, there is many of these things. And if you really want to be, you know, successful, and maybe you just want to understand if this journey for you and what your chances are, this is critically to do your homework, you know, in order to understand if this is your life path and how to achieve result. And this is super important. And I'm so grateful to one comment that, you know, visualization and everything that we talked today about, going through your fears, you know, limited beliefs, whatever, we'll talk tomorrow more detailed about this. This is all important to do it together with the making actions towards what you want in life. You know, this is not enough just to dream, because this is not perceived seriously by universe. You know, it's important to do steps towards it. And this, it shouldn't be, you know, it can be any kind of actual steps, but it should be action be done.
Thanks, babe. And guys, I will announce, I guess, that Ukraine Dating is now going to a membership base. It's a YouTube feature. So you can have opportunity to have emojis, and each streamer has their own emoji. So Jana has her own, Maria has her own, all the ladies have their own emoji, custom, like a caricature. So it's really cool. Different features, like cool features, different levels of memberships. I think we have 4 levels of memberships. So you guys are going to love that. And so guys, I want to just play a video about, well, without further ado, it's Bob Proctor from The Secret, a guy that's become a multimillionaire. He was a have-not in life, and he had all the obstacles to overcome. And the biggest thing about Bob Proctor is that he's a very happy camper since he changed his life. So I love him as a teacher. Where is the video? You guys are going to love this. I'm not doing well at losing videos today. Here we go. Here we go. Very powerful video. Be right back.
Do you know, fear has been known, James Allen said, to kill a person quicker than a speeding bullet. It is without question the most destructive emotion that we can be involved in. I'm going to show you something here about fear. It's called the terror barrier. See this line? That's called the terror barrier. Yeah, jumping at you, isn't it? And on the other side of the terror barrier is something we call freedom. And you know, very few people get through that terror barrier. It's rather sad. Freedom is available to everyone. There isn't anyone that cannot live the way they want to live. See? Why don't they? Why don't they? They don't know. And they don't even know they don't know. On a conscious level, we experience doubt. The doubt turns into an emotion called fear, and that fear is expressed through the body as anxiety. See, that person is getting emotionally involved to move ahead. Do you know what happens? They hit that terror barrier, and they bounce off it and right back into bondage. And they're so relieved to get back there. They're back where they're comfortable. They've canceled the sale. They've decided not to move. They're going to stay in the job that they don't like. at least they're comfortable. Now, that's not a very good way to live. And you know something? That's something everybody experiences if they're going to grow. You're going to hit that terror barrier. See, the terror barrier is going beyond where you're at, going to a new level. I'm going to tell you something. When I set a goal, if it doesn't scare and excite me at the same time, I know I'm going in the wrong direction. Now, I also understand that my paradigm is going to try and get me to bounce back to where I was. It doesn't want me to move ahead. I don't want to live there. I lived there for the first 26 years of my life. And for the last 50, I've had a phenomenal life. And it just keeps getting better. And I want you to do the same. And if you don't learn to go through the terror barrier, I'm going to tell you something. You're going to stay right where you are for the rest of your days. That's not a good place to be. What did Joseph Campbell say? So true. The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek.
The cave that you fear contains the biggest treasure. That's the other way that's the way I've memorized that quote from Joseph Campbell. One of my favorites, because it's so true in life. What we're really afraid of, generally, it's our biggest, desire, but we push it away because of fears. And when he's talking about, how does he put it? Paradigm. Yeah, really, what he's talking about, that our paradigm is holding us back. Our paradigm, as he says it, is our subconscious as limited by limited self-limiting beliefs and all the crap, negative programming in our head. That's our paradigm, as he says it. So there you go. This man, he's a great mentor to me because he'd been there, done that. He had all the odds stacked against him. But like you said, the last 50 years has been his happiest because he really drilled into this stuff. What we're going through now, it's so complex. It's like peeling back layers of an onion. It really is. We're going through we're peeling back maybe the first, maybe the second layer in this live stream. But that onion has many layers and it goes deep. And it goes deep. I think we're peeling back the first layer. When Anna was looking at the videos before, she says very basic stuff, very elementary, but it's a starting place. And if you guys really want to change, you really want to overcome your fear barriers, that's what we're going to talk about tomorrow. How to do it, what to actually do. What's your action plan for change? Because now in this live stream, we've been talking more about why. Why are you not getting the wife you desire and deserve? The life you desire and deserve. Why? Tomorrow, we're going to talk about what to do, the how-to of getting the life and the wife you desire and deserve in 2023. Okay. So I want to just give an update. I think it was, which was the guy? The guy asked me, how are Olga and Peter doing in their relationship? He was wanting to move in, I think, on Olga. Who was it that was asking in the last live stream? But anyway, I didn't have an update, but now we do. And they're doing great. She's flying with her daughter back to Zimbabwe after the holidays. They're not married yet, but they are engaged.
Never stop to dream about something. If you really want to do something and want to receive something in your life, everything is possible. Yeah.
Just gotta dream.
It doesn't matter from which country we are. It's just we find out each other. Yes. I suppose that we are out there. We are soulmates. Yeah. And then just to wish happy to everyone who will join, who will apply to your agency and something like this. Yeah.
That's brilliant. Yeah, very happy. Eh?
Yeah, I mean, amazing couple, and she's an amazing high quality lady, definitely a high quality lady. So I just wanted to clarify, guys, about the New Year's Blitz. The New Year's Blitz, which somebody's commenting that they want it right now in live stream. It has the same terms and conditions attached to the auction. So please thoroughly read the terms and conditions, because I don't know who qualifies. I have to literally check your history with us. So read the terms and conditions of the auction, which are also below this video, and they're below the previous auction videos on this auction. Okay. And I just want to, I kind of want to, I don't know what else Anna wants to say, but I want to bring out one point. If you don't jump into this now, what happens if you delay? Well, I want to point out something. You see this couple here? I want to point this out because Julia is an amazing high quality lady. She's living in Montreal now, or at least she was until she met Arnold. I'm not sure she's flown to Arnold, or maybe Anna knows. But anyway, this is a beautiful young lady, very slim, very beautiful. She is the author of a book in Russian on love. I saw Anna did a, maybe I'll bring in Anna, although Anna probably doesn't want to talk about it, but Anna, remember you did an amazing call that she had with another gentleman that was looking at becoming a client. Well, they had a cosmic connection, right? With this guy that didn't become a client.
Yeah.
Right? And unfortunately for him, he lost out. He didn't become a client. He did. I don't know why, but he managed to squeak in and get our Boxing Day deal. So he got a smoking hot price. Okay. So he basically saved himself $7,000. But this guy's not hard up by any means. And so the point I want to make is, while he saved $7,000 on our fee by waiting, he lost this amazing angel. Yeah. This is a super high quality. And if you guys think that angels like my Anna come along every day, absolutely no. It's like, looking for diamonds in the mine, you're chiseling away at rocks for a long time before you get a beautiful diamond like at my Anya. So I'm just saying,
Joseph, it just didn't meant to be. We will find him another angel, please.
Yeah, but I'm pointing out, darling, that the cost of indecision, the cost of time, of procrastination, it's your happiness you're giving up over a few bucks. I mean, $2,750, that's crazy, guys. It's on the table. And the fact that already a couple hundred people have watched this live stream and only one guy has said, yeah, I want it. That's crazy to me. But hey, it's your life. You spend your bucks on what you think is important to you. But you're watching this live stream because you're wondering why you've failed to find a wife so far. I'm just saying, think about what you're going to do different, whatever it is in 2023, but do something different because what you're doing isn't working. Hey, babe, any other final? Let me just throw up our stats so far. This is relationship statistics for 2022. In case you guys are curious, we will update it, in the future next year. But this is relationship stats. Of course, it's not marriage stats because, it takes time. It takes time.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you put a relationship in an incubator, like you get a baby. You put an egg in an incubator and it hatches a baby chick, right? It takes time to hatch a marriage if you're doing it the right way.
Some clients already, some couples, they dating for 3 years, does it mean that they are not successful? No, but they didn't got married yet. So different people, they need different time to make this life-changing decision. Especially if he was dating before, distance. This is very hard to really understand person, and now I think they will move ahead faster because they have this now possibility to date each other organically, living in one country. It will be faster. Before this distance relationship, this was very difficult.
Yeah, you guys need to know our success statistics are way up this year. We don't, it's too early to have an actual number on it, but they're way up. Relationships are happening faster. And I'm sure marriages will be up too, but we will see. And I just want to, I never sweep bad comments under the carpet, and this is proof of it. I like to take them head on. So Mr. N, I know you're a regular, so I don't want to offend you too much, but you see, this tells me, and I already know about you, and you're quite a negative individual. So I just caution you, you will attract that. You will. It's the law of life, like chemistry, like attracts like. And I will just explain to you why I sell so wonderfully, because what I sell works. What I sell is the best in the world. Okay. And I'm proud of it. Why would I not be? And I use magnetic selling, magnetic, which means I don't have to push my product at people. People that want it, that really want it, come to me because we produce results for our clients quickly, right? And so that's the thing about sales. You should never shy away from selling. If you love what you do, you know what you offer is a great service and guys need it. You know what? You're actually doing a disservice if you're not good at selling. You're doing a disservice. Do you know everybody? This is the way I look at it. I won't say everybody. I will say most guys that I don't sell, guess where they end up? I think you guys know, Scamsville. That's right. You guys are getting scammed. If you're not realistic and you don't come to Match Guarantee, chances are you're going to be scammed. And you guys know that all too well. So, babe, you guys do what you want. Of course, you're free. You're your own man. And whatever you do, Anna and I wish you to find your soulmate in 2023. That's for sure, with or without us. We're just here to help if you want. Of course, it's your decision. So on a final, do you want to say, so yeah, the live stream tomorrow is basically life after 50. It's your choice. Okay. Here's another, the science of success after 50 and down aging, scientific secrets of down aging. It's kind of where we're going tomorrow. Okay, guys. So, yeah, tomorrow I will also talk more about this, which is a Viber group that I belong to. And I'm just bringing this up because guys, this is a group of 70 guys. Okay. This is their icon on their Viber. Okay. Does that look like marriage-minded guys? This is the thing, the power of visualization, the power of your thoughts. Does that project to you a group of serious men looking for marriage? They get offended because I call them the sex tourist group, and they'll be watching this video. And I've been in this group for 2.5, maybe or so years. So I see the words, again, the power of words. They are all attracting their words, which is, well, it's not marriage. I mean, again, look to results. I asked the group, how many marriages in this group in the past year, 2 years? And guess what the number is? I'll share with you tomorrow. So again, the power of words. Our emotions control our words, and it's a feedback loop. Emotions control our words. Our words are first spoken before anything materializes. So our words control our actions, which produce our results. That is the life hack. So control your emotions, control your words, and you will get the results you want. Hey, babe.
I just, when I see comments like this, it always makes me smile. We don't sell marriage. It should come naturally. It reminds me like we selling people. We do human trafficking business.
Wait, and you know what he says? And he says, I'm not negative, but this is the thing. Pigs don't know.
You said enough. Let me talk.
Pigs don't know pigs stink. Sorry. But it's true. Pigs,
it's not about
pigs are walking around in their own refuse and they don't understand it stinks, which we don't understand our own shortfalls. And that's the thing. Negative people don't understand they're negative and toxic, but they are. And I don't know you personally, although all I can say is that your comments like this, they're negative and they're toxic, along with your other, you see, but you're not negative. So, hey, listen, I wish you well. I don't know why you attend our live streams, But
Joseph, can
okay.
I say something?
Okay.
It's just like non-stop. I just want to say that I understand from where he comes, and because we have even clients like this who just come for free matchmaking consultation, and they say, listen, I understand from where he come, and I'm okay with this, because this is very interesting services that not everybody can use. This is not like buying toilet paper but some guys, they just don't understand what they actually invest in. They cannot buy vibe here, they cannot buy love here. You can buy I don't know, sex. This is different services. Here you just invest an opportunity to save your time to meet ladies with the same desires, with the same desires of creating a family. And that's what we do. We just have all our team work with this. And what we're doing here in a live stream, we encourage guys to take action, because this is true. Doesn't matter how much you visualize your success, if you will not do actions toward it, I don't know, through us, or just going to Poland to live there, to do street pickup. There is many ways to do it, It's always will be your dream, But it's important. Naturally, it's great, but where it will naturally happen, I don't know. I read before. I never lived in Canada or USA, but I see that if man wants traditional woman, I read before a comment of one. He wrote that it's like so hard to find in the West traditional woman, to find the eagle. I think in a lot of I don't know how to say this in English. Like this is like super. It's like it's almost impossible, and I understand that if it's true, it's again. If you want traditional wife, maybe if you will just sitting and waiting in America for her, this can take lifetime for you. So if you're just waiting for any relationship, but I can tell, I understand from where N come, because I had now his client, and he's very, I hope that everything will work out for him. When I first talked to him, he said, listen, I didn't have problem to meet a lady. The only he's tall, handsome, and he feel like, I don't know if it's okay for me. Like I feel that this is maybe not normal for me to use this kind of services. But then when I explained to him, we save your time, and time is the main resource that you cannot restore. By finding these ladies, high quality ladies who have the same life purpose, and that's what you invest in saving your time to achieve your life purpose. And this is nothing wrong with this. It doesn't mean that you so bad that you cannot do this on your own. It's just like successful people, they see in this big value. And if it's no value in this, why there would be matchmaking fee up to $1 million, that exists in America, why people would pay this big money? I see it also in China. There is all successful people. They use marriage agency to find certain qualities, to save their time to be introduced in a certain life partners that they want to be with, they would be pre-interviewed, so there is it exists worldwide, we're not only exclusive agency in the world. And if it exists, it has its own value, especially if we're talking about international marriages. Not everybody have this opportunity to move to before a war in Ukraine, to live there, to work, to find his wife there, So we create this opportunity as a bridge to achieve this, by finding this woman, for you. So, but anyway, the risk cannot be pushing. The risk can be only encouragement for you, and that you know that we have this, you know, as a present for you in New Year Eve with all this, but it's always will be your choice, you know. And what we show in this video doesn't matter. It's this about finding wife or any other area of your life. There is always will be thing that will hold you from moving ahead. And we showed you what is this. It's your fears. It's your limited beliefs. If you don't have what you want, there is always a reason for that. Otherwise, you would already have it. And you need to, you know, this work on yourself. This is the hardest work, but it's the most rewarding for you. And the best thing you can do is just dig and work it through.
Darling, you missed your calling. You should have been a motivational guru. You deliver your message. I agree with all the comments, by the way. Anya has talent. She delivers with love, with wisdom. I'm just in your face, straight up. And I rub a lot of people the wrong way. And I get that. So if you can't handle it, stay out of the fire. That's my motto. So listen, we're almost pushing 3 hours here, and I do have a serious message, man to man, with you guys. If you guys want my message, I'm going to share it tomorrow. It's going to take me about 20 minutes to deliver it. And I'm just, 3 hours is too long for this live stream. But I'm going to share from the heart. I'm going to share based on my experiences. And it's something that a lot of guys are doing, and they don't realize they're shooting themselves in the foot. I really think they don't realize it. Because I have some close, dear friends that are doing this, and they don't realize it. And they're fucking up royally their possibilities of success. And when they are successful, they're likely going to fail. And I'm talking about marriage. So it's a really deep topic, and I'll get into that tomorrow as we close out the auction. Okay? So honey, let's sign off, and I'm going to play 2 videos as we leave, which are pretty cool. It's just a walk down Odessa memory lane. It's our Christmas last year. We kicked ass over this year so much. We all were like reminiscent of the beauty of Ukraine and missing Ukraine, including a Canadian last year. Okay, honey, so we'll sign off and say bye-bye now till tomorrow.
Bye-bye. Till tomorrow. See you guys tomorrow.
See you at 10 a.m. tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern. We'll be live to wrap up this auction, and we'll see where it ends out. Okay, and again, guys, if anybody, one last time, if anyone wants to get the $10,000 lifetime matchmaking package for $2,750, and that's guaranteed, right? As long as you qualify under the terms and conditions, which are below in this video. You can lock that in right now, so you don't have to partake in the auction, just by texting me right now. And there's one guy that will get it, okay? So let's play this video, and then I'm going to finish it with sharing what our clients, Match Guarantee past clients, have to say. Okay, Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Bye-bye. See you in the new year, 2023.
A little bit before. Oh, no, after. What am I saying? Yeah, see you next year.
Bye.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Oh, bring us something important. Oh, bring us something important. Oh, bring us something important. Let's bring it right here. Good tidings we bring. красоте. Чтоб в ночи они светились, и под звездами искрились. Мы как бабочки, и таем, и не таем, и не таем.
Молодец,
Snowflake falling from the sky. Snowflake, snowflake.
I only have one wish for the shooting star. Holy night, send me someone to love so I can hold their hand while we're skating around the streets and Central Park. Kiss them under the mistletoe. Oh, I want a Christmas kind of spark. Santa Claus, do you know Cupid sent his arrow straight to my heart? I wanna fall in love this Christmas. Santa, that would be the greatest gift of all. Turtle doves and all my favorite things come in sets of two. So does love. Send me someone I can talk to. We'll share stories of our childhood memories of Christmas past. Chestnuts on an open fire and another log to make it last. We'll build Frosty the Snowman and dance along with the Christmas band, and then we'll fly like two old lovebirds walking around a winter wonderland.
Yum, yum.
Santa Claus, do you know Cupid sent his arrow straight to my heart? I wanna fall in love this Christmas. Santa, that would be the greatest gift of all. Send me an extra stocking to hang next to me on the wall. Santa, send me a love for Christmas. That would be the greatest gift of all. Send me a love for Christmas. That would be the greatest gift of Santa.
Honey.
I miss my parents. Yeah.
Hey guys, I just wanted to share a client update. Dale, who was he was at our house for Christmas and New Year's last year. So he's still on the journey. It's pushing 3 years for him, but he started at the beginning of pre-COVID, in the winter before COVID. So yeah, new introduction for Dale. It's not working out for him so far, and he's 35. But the thing is, like I say, some guys will need the match guarantee for 3 years, but most will not. But I'm just giving you guys an example and a client update with Dale. Young buck, high quality, high SMV, makes good money, strong man, very much like a Ukrainian man, very alpha. And he's still on the journey. So, yeah. Next video is what past match guarantee clients have had to say. And we'll see you guys tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You're going to pay an amount of money, but you're guaranteed to meet people who are interested in meeting you, and all of them were, you know. I had to decide who I was interested in, so it's night and day. It's really night and day.
Like, I came for 6 days. My very first date, we hit it off and have been like this ever since.
So was it worth it? Totally worth it, because you guys are screening, so you're eliminating the wheat from the chaff. It eliminates some risk for me, because I was here before previously, and you know, I can tell you that if you have a bad agency, or if you have or if you're doing it on your own, you have a very, very high chance of falling on, you know, women who are in it for money, just for gifts and everything like that. And you just eliminate the gold diggers.
I made the decision to join Match Guaranty, and having made that decision, primarily seeing the videos on YouTube and looking at the success stories, I felt it would be a good option for me. We know we're on a journey, yeah? You know,
yes,
we're at
exactly.
the very start of the journey.
Yes.
Match Guarantee is a very authentic
genuine agency. The intent of Match Guaranty is to help foreign men find true love. I'm very happy to be a client of Match Guaranty, and I've had a very good experience.
What I liked about the agency was that I wasn't smothered. They didn't try to mother me or direct me. They made introductions. It was just very natural.
Actually, it wound up that one of the ladies that Titania had suggested is the one that worked out right with me, because when I met her, I knew she was the right lady for me to be with. And so I just highly recommend the services of Match Guaranty, because their purpose seems to be to match people and not just go with this fantasy world.
Find yourself a good company like Match Guaranty that's honest, with real ladies that you can trust. Ladies of quality, like you say, fishing from the right pond.
Match Guaranty is not a small investment, but it's a very good investment if you're really looking to find somebody.
Working with Match Guaranty is actually less cost, it's much more efficient, and you have a good process on the way where you actually will be successful in your search.
I was surprised. I was very inundated with the amount of ladies that I was going to meet. Very, very beautiful women.
So let's see, in total I went on around, it was 10 first dates. They were all incredibly beautiful, so much more than their photos. Compared to back home, yeah, I'm definitely out of my league.
Don't be super cautious. Relax, especially trust Joe and Match Guaranty, and personally I can put my stamp of approval.
Match Guaranty definitely delivered, I will say that, and I can't be happier really with the decision to go ahead and give it a try.
Joe and Match Guaranty made everything happen for me, and I couldn't be happier with where I'm at right now.
The expense of Match Guaranty is money well spent. It's a guarantee that you will meet women. It's a guarantee that you'll find somebody, and you'll also be able to do so in a very reasonable period of time.
Met some quality women, two of whom that I have a real connection with.
Few words about Match Guaranty, like it's really awesome. It's value for money. I can say that for sure, because it's not just matchmaking, it's coaching. That's the core, that's the cream of the whole cake.
This is a lot of money. It's almost $10,000 Canadian. I felt kind of crazy, but I went, you know what, I'm going to do it because, I think I'm worth it. I don't spend a lot on myself, but, I have to move forward and find a relationship.
I've enjoyed it from, like I said, from start to finish. The girls seem like they're a lot more genuine. You can tell that the fraud or the fakeness that I've experienced in the past it isn't there.
They've done a wonderful job for me. So far, I can close my eyes and I can tell Joe, find me a girl, and I can trust a girl.
What did you pay? Let's start, Ash, for the unlimited matchmaking partnership. What did you pay?
$8,000 total.
And what do you say about that? Was it worth it?
So, first of all, to be honest with you, I didn't think it was real, so I had to come here first to meet you, know you're real or not. I came and met Joe, and I was impressed by him and Tatiana and Olga and the website and how organized and the connections with the ladies. So I had no hesitation whatsoever, and I'm glad to. It's worth it, and worth a lot more than that, yes.
What did you pay for the unlimited matchmaking partnership, and was it worth it?
So the investment was $8,000, but it was well worth it to find the right person that I can hopefully spend the rest of my life with, and I've got no real complaints, and I wouldn't hesitate to do it again.
Of course it's worth it. You're investing in yourself. You're not purchasing a car that you trade in the future or something frivolous. You're investing in your life, a life partner, as a matter of fact. So how can you say $8,000 investing in yourself isn't worth your entire life being happy with someone? Like, I came for 6 days. My very first date, we hit it off and have been like this ever since. So how can you not say that spending $8,000 for that kind of relationship in that short of time is not worth it?
I'm in week 2. I'm in my second week, and I'm already going to Elena's hometown. So, and I'm meeting her family, and she's basically said she's interested. She just wants to see if I'm for real. So So the opposite happens too. We have to see if they're for real, and she wants to see that I'm for real. She's like, you're too good to be true. So she said that to me. So yeah. To contrast, look, I told you 3-4 years. I was looking on and off. So let's say 2 years constant. And here in 2 weeks, I got more results than I got in 2 years in Canada. So it says a lot, right?
If you're looking for a decent, honest company that will help you find the one, Match Guaranty is a perfect choice.
Very, very overwhelming experience to this point. I could not have asked for more. It's been a great, great experience.
I am utmost thankful and grateful to Joseph and his team for the counseling. Match Guaranty led me down the right path.
You're doing it for more than just the fees you receive. You get, you really want to help people.
So $8,000 may sound like a lot of money, but I can tell you that in my experience, the opportunity to meet a variety of different great women in just a little over a week's time and to establish something meaningful with a girl who has incredible model-like beauty as well as a lot of depth of character. She speaks 4 different languages. She's very intelligent and family-oriented. It's quite a bargain at that rate, as far as I'm concerned.
So yeah, it's worth it. And also the quality of the women, I can say, all the women I've met without exception have been intelligent, educated. They have a high level of culture. Literally everyone I've met has wanted to learn. They ask a lot of questions about, how things are in Canada. They'll talk to you about politics. They'll talk to you about sports. They'll talk to you about everything. It's a huge difference.
For me, the hardest part was looking past the beauty and actually finding someone who I want to marry and be with the rest of my life.
So at the end of the day, I couldn't be more happy with this investing in myself and my future.
Stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Street life, people.
It was worth every penny and more. Now I would have invested 10 times more for the love of my life.
Huge thanks to Joe and huge thanks to Tatiana. I'm enjoying the journey.
Never stop to dream about something. If you really want to do something and want to receive something in your life, everything is possible. Yeah.
Just gotta dream.
It doesn't matter from which country we are. It's just we find out each other. Yes.
Yeah.
I suppose that we are out there. We are soulmates. Yeah. And then just to wish happy to everyone who will join, who will apply to your agency and something like this. Yeah.
That's brilliant. Yeah. Very happy. Eh?
Give Joe a chance, and you'll be very happy.
Match Guaranty is the real deal. Match Guaranty kicks